everyone. Welcome to the Honey Flow Talk Show every Wednesday night here on Twitch. Welcome YouTube and Facebook as well. Good to see you guys. And we have another special guest on this week. We're going to get into his Twitch show, his DJing journey, him being from Virginia as well. So it's going to be quite interesting. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, make your way down to twitch.tv/DJ Honeyflow. Completely free to follow, hit the follow, and you'll see all the interviews. And if you guys miss the replays, then just go to YouTube under the live tab. You should see some of the interviews I've done. I think I'm close to 250 interviews I've done in the last 3.5 years. It's been such an incredible journey, and just all the amazing stories coming out of people working with different artists and musicians and touring, and DJs that have opened up for Obama. Like, so many cool stories I've heard on my show. So we're going to get into DJ Scribble, his story. Make sure you guys add him. He's all the way from Virginia. Really great guy, great streamer, great show. And is always fun. How you guys doing? We got Sports Fan in the building, Avange, and Space Jam Entertainment. Good to see you guys. Everyone else that's coming through, make sure you definitely share the link as well on your social media to get the word out more on this show. So let's bring in DJ Scribble.
Hey, good evening.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good. I'm doing pretty good. And you got a new phone there. You're testing it out, you said?
Yeah, I just wanted to test it out. My son told me to come over to the dark side. I had a Apple phone, but I needed to upgrade. I couldn't do anything with it. It was dead on arrival.
Oh, so what phone is that? A Samsung or
No,
no?
this is actually the 15.
Oh, the Apple 15.
Yes.
The camera looks really good. I have the
This camera
iPhone
is
11.
phenomenal. Oh my
Yeah?
God. I'm thinking about just streaming with this thing one time.
Oh yeah, you should. It looks really
Yeah,
good. Like
this camera is unreal.
I'm wondering if it's just as good as the Samsung, because the new one that I saw from Samsung looks amazing. Like the
Well,
camera, the
My
4D.
my oldest son is a Verizon rep, so
Mhm.
he has the
Oh,
Samsung and he's had the Apples too. And I've seen the Samsung. The camera quality on it is phenomenal, also though.
okay. Okay. DJ Hams, I can't figure out why you're the only one that gets commercials out of everyone that comes to my show.
They go
Uh,
ham in the house.
But
How you
thanks
doing,
for paying
Hams?
for that coffee. I guess the poor guy is all my mod always has to watch the commercials on my show. But hey, Hams is the only guy paying for my coffee watching all these commercials.
Yeah.
So salute to you,
Hey,
Hams.
somebody's got to pay for
Yeah.
it.
But I feel bad for Hams because he always says that. He's like, I got to be back. I got more of Honey Flow's commercials. I feel bad. I didn't even know I have them on. Anyways, I got to figure that out. Hams is like, it's always me.
Hey,
How
no,
you
it's
doing,
not
Odell?
always just you.
No, I think it is always Hams because no one else complains about the commercials except Hams is the only guy that says, "Oh, I got to be back. I got more commercials."
Oh man, yeah, you gotta fix that, honey flow. You gotta fix that.
How you doing, Odell? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Love your videos. They're hilarious. You guys, he gave me a bunch of slow jam. He's dancing to a bunch of slow jams.
Yeah.
And he gave all you got to give me a video. I'm asking all the men to give me I want all the guys giving me dance videos. Like just for fun, right? Like I just like
Uh-huh.
playing them on my show. Nothing else. Don't worry. I'm not, yeah, I know everyone's married on Twitch, but I'm just playing it just for the fun of it, and everyone loves it. They love watching the guys dance.
Yeah.
So
I
you
don't know.
can
I used to be a pretty good dancer. I don't know. Since I had my knees replaced, I don't think I dance as well.
Oh, well, you don't have to be the best dancer. It's just fun playing the videos, right? So Odell, I kept zooming in on his feet because he was barefoot. So I kept
Mm.
zooming in on his foot. And then I was like, let's see if he's got a good pedicure, guys. So I was zooming in. So he ends up sending me a slow jam video with his feet. And he's all trying to
Oh
be like,
man.
all like, whatever. And then he's doing like all this foot stuff in front of the camera, like playing footsie.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
laughing. It was hilarious. So
Oh my
don't
God.
worry, I'm not asking that from you. I'm just saying that that's what Odell did.
Yeah.
That's what
I'll
Odell
try
did.
to do a mean two step or something with my wife. How about that?
Yes, yes, that's perfect. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
I'll try to come up with that or a nice line dance or something.
Yeah, I would
That's what
love
we do
that.
around here.
Okay, that'd be awesome. So are you originally from Virginia?
Originally born and raised in Newport News, Virginia. Um, Probably the biggest thing in Newport News at that time was the shipyard. It did all the naval work. So that was the biggest employer in the area the whole time I was growing up.
Oh, wow. Okay, so where I'm trying to figure out, is that near like Arlington, Virginia,
No,
Richmond, Virginia, DC?
Richmond is 1 hour from us. Actually, we're on what you would call the coastal plain of Virginia. So we're in the southeast corner of Virginia. That's where we
Oh,
are.
okay.
We're actually closer to the Carolinas and the Outer Banks, stuff
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Like down here, the big beach would be Virginia Beach, Virginia.
So you're close to Virginia
I'm
Beach?
close to Virginia Beach. I am like a
Oh.
30, 40 minute ride from Virginia Beach.
Oh,
We've got Busch Gardens, which is about an hour away. King's Dominion is about hour away.
nice. Have you met
Um,
She Got do you know She Got Cakes? She's from Virginia.
yes, I've never met her, but we've actually come across each other in the stream. So her, Easy Mac is right here in my area. One
Oh,
Easy
okay.
Mac is right here in my
Oh.
area.
Oh, he is.
He's in Newport News Hampton area. I'm in the Newport News Hampton area. We've never really met, but we're all in the same area. Bam Bam the DJ is like an hour ride from me.
Oh, okay. Oh, Bam Bam. Oh, yes, he's out there. What about Liddell the DJ?
I've talked to Liddell, but I have not met him. I have not met him.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bam Bam. Yeah, he's out there too. I'm
But
trying to think
Bam is
who
my guy, man. He trips me out. That's my guy right there, man.
Yeah,
Matter of
he's a
fact,
great guy.
his matter of fact, his daughter, I think, went to VCU. My daughter graduated from VCU with a master's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Small
So
world.
yeah.
Did you know any of these DJs or these guys before Twitch or no?
No, that's the thing about it. Twitch, I first started out on Periscope in the
Mhm.
beginning. I was on Periscope, and I got on it kind of like by accident. That's why when I talk about Team Scribble is basically my wife, my kids, and my first mod, which was L Boogie. And then I've added mods. I've got Evange T. I've got Hey Faith, which is my youngest son's girlfriend. And then I've got Brandy Brown Sugar. She asked to be a mod. So I have four mods. I call them my lounge lovelies or
Mhm.
either my
Nice.
scribblettes. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, basically, I started out on Periscope, and the reason I always say my oldest daughter, which sometimes you'll see her on Twitch as Beak Stew, I call her my producer, my director, because when I first started, I didn't have any streaming software, any of that stuff. She took her Apple phone, she sat in a chair, I set up my stuff, and she filmed me for 45 hour set, 30-minute sets, and she
Wow.
directed me.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
that's so cool. Wow. So Periscope, yeah, I remember that. I think a bunch of guys were on Periscope as well.
Yeah, see, I started
Too.
out following Clyde Rush, DJ Rush, Triple J. A lot of those guys started over there. Oh my God, it was so many of them. But I used to spend a lot of time checking out their streams and trying to grow and expand from that. I didn't think that I would be doing it this long, to be honest.
Mhm.
Because I do it, I think a lot of people are on here because they're trying to make a living. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I do it because it's my way to unwind after a hard day of work,
Yeah.
or I enjoy listening to music. So I like music. And that's my whole purpose for streaming. If I was on Twitch based on the money that they paid me, Honey Flow, I would tear all my stuff down.
Oh yeah, that's all of us. I'm
Yeah,
doing it full
exactly.
time, so it's definitely not easy.
Mm-mm. It,
100%.
it's
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 hard.
very difficult, and
Yeah.
it can almost be heartbreaking because you work so hard to try to build a brand, to try to build a stream, to bring people in there. And a lot of times, man, you got people, they're gonna follow who they're gonna follow. They like who they like. You can't change them. So when I was about to walk away from it, which was about maybe 6 months to maybe a year ago, I had to do a lot of hard, like soul searching and talking to my wife and talking to my kids and talking to my mods. And then I finally realized I can't do it for you. I have to do it for me. And
Hmm.
once I went into the stream with that mentality, it it got better for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like
I think it. Yeah.
now when I play, I don't care if there's one person in the room or if there's 50 people in the room. I'm gonna play the
Mhm.
same way.
You just never know too, right? The number can trip you up. I feel like there's definitely more pressure if you're doing it full time. Like I think every
Yes.
streamer has wanted to give up at some point. I know I have many times. So
Hmm.
but if you love what you do and it's like that's what keeps you going, right? And it
Yeah.
is an investment. We spend thousands of dollars on DJ equipment, on
Hmm.
software, hardware. You're basically everything, right? A graphic
Yes.
designer, you're doing video, you're doing
And see,
photography, you're,
And see, the funny part
you know?
about it is I'm not a tech guy. See, I'm not a
Mhm.
technical guy. A lot of times when I have tech issues, I go to my sons, I go to my daughters. I'll reach out to maybe DJ the Force. One guy who was instrumental in really helping me get started was a guy by the name the Ambassador 1007.
Oh,
He
yes.
and
Yeah.
when I first started out, we started out trying to put together a group, and we call ourselves the Coast to Coast Connection, the Coalition. And it was just the three of us. It was the
Mhm.
Ambassador, it was myself, and it was a guy by the name of DJ Damage 33. And Damage, God rest his soul, he's gone away from here, and
Mm.
I miss him terribly. He took ill and he's gone. But the three of us were like the three amigos and we just worked together. I couldn't figure out how to do my stuff with an interface and this, that, and the other. The ambassador literally bought me my first interface and shipped it to me to help get me started.
Mhm.
So,
Sorry,
so
one thing I was gonna say, sorry, there could be a bit of delays between us. I'm
okay.
noticing. Are you guys noticing that? If it sounds like I'm interrupting, I'm not. It's just, I feel like my Wi-Fi is speeding up, slowing down. So I'm noticing on my phone, is it freezing on you guys? It's definitely, and is it going fuzzy? Definitely the video is going fuzzy and
I know.
freezing and speeding and slowing down. I don't know if it's just the phone and the Wi-Fi I'm on, but let me know if it's fine
It
from your
seems
end.
like it's okay to me, but my
Yeah?
thing is
Okay.
I've been really catching the devil with streaming because of Wi-Fi connections. So I don't know if it's speeding up, slowing down.
Like,
I think every
from my end, like,
yeah,
because I'm not hardwired in.
okay.
I can't because of where I live, with my landlords. So anyways,
Oh,
I have to use Wi-Fi, but I'm noticing on my phone it's going very wonky, but everyone's saying it's good there. Okay, how you doing, Beak Stew? We got L Boogie, uh, G the Merciless in the building, Odell, Avenge, Mad Mex, Mad
yeah,
Mex, and,
that's the
DJ
voice of the
Hams.
757 right there, Mad Max. She do
Nice.
most of my voiceovers.
Oh, yeah, she's got an amazing voice. Oh my
Oh,
goodness. If
oh
I
my
had
goodness,
her
yes.
voice, listen, if I had Mad Max's voice, guys, I would get a job right away. I would get a date right away. Um, I don't know if I had her voice, I'd probably have a baby right
she
away too.
she
Those
she
3
has a
things.
phenomenal
She's
voice.
got
She
a
has a
great voice. She's
phenomenal
got one of
voice. Yes.
those elevator voices,
Yes.
or one of
That's
those,
it.
like, subway voices, like, we
Uh-huh.
call it the TTC out here, the subway, where it's
Yeah.
like, "Hi, please press this button if you wanna exit out of the train," So,
Yeah.
and she's
So
got more
anyway,
of a
I'm an
voice.
open book, so
Anyways.
fire away.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for coming through, you guys. I appreciate you. We're also on YouTube and Facebook, so make your way down to twitch.tv/DJ Honeyflow if you want. And also, are you streaming from your channel or no? If not, that's okay. I was
Mm-mm.
just curious. Okay, if you were, because there's a link that you can press to also go live, like both of us
Yeah.
going live. But if you did, then I would tell people to come over here. But if not, that's okay.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So, I'm curious how you got the name, DJ Scribble. I like that name. It's a cool name. Where'd you
Actually,
get it from?
a lot of people think that I'm the DJ Scribble, which was a
Yes,
DJ
which
from back in
benefits
the day.
you. Yeah,
But that is
you was
not me.
huge.
And what happened was it was a joke with my kids. I'm telling
Mhm,
you, everything about me is about family. So my kids, when I first started, because when I first got into this, I didn't have a controller. I didn't have a laptop. I didn't have any of that stuff. My son got me a laptop. My wife and kids pooled their resources and got me my first controller to get me set up. And so they started joking me, said, "We're gonna call you DJ Scribble." And I said, "Yeah, right, man. Y'all cut the foolishness out." But it just kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I ended up with it, because my oldest son and my daughter and all of them, they were just carrying me. And so
Hmm.
when I took it, and how you doing, Brandy? And
Hey, is
when I
that your wifey, Brandy Brown Sugar?
no, Brandy,
Oh,
Evans T, L Boogie, all three of them are my mods.
oh, okay.
My
Ooh, I don't
wife
want
would
to
be
get that mixed
Luscious,
up.
but I don't know if she's tapped in yet because she's playing with the grandbaby.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Hmm.
Luscious, wherever you are. I'm sure she'll come at some point. Hey, we got
Hmm.
Mrs. Sexy E. We got Brandy Brown Sugar. I don't want to confuse things.
Yeah.
We don't want to get you in trouble either if I'm calling her
No,
your
no,
wifey.
please don't, because you
I
might see a
just,
skillet coming in from stage right, and this
uh,
this will be going south
hey,
real bad.
it might make my show more spicier, guys. It
Yeah,
might make it more spicier.
yeah,
Well, she
it's
said, "Hey, baby." So, oh man, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that. Never mind. Never mind.
oh
Like,
man,
I don't want to get you in trouble. So I
thank you,
just
I
assumed she might
appreciate
be your wifey. Oh,
you.
and
Mm-mm.
then sexy. If I didn't know Mrs. Sexy E was married, I could have thought she was your wifey because she said, "Hey, partner in crime." See
Yeah,
what?
she's my partner in crime because we do a gospel show every Saturday, and
Yeah,
that got
okay.
to be our joke. So every Saturday we do what we call a Salvation Saturday. It's a praise and worship show, and we do 4 hours. It's myself, it's DJ The Force, Miss Sexy E, and JB Wright.
Nice. Yeah, I love that. And Beak Stew, who's Beak Stew? Is that one of your
Beat Stu
kids?
is my oldest daughter. That
See, I
is
got
my
that right.
producer and
I
my
got that right.
director.
So
Beat
she is
Stu,
listening because
yes, she is.
she said, "Hey, how you doing,
Uh
Beak
huh.
Stew?" So, how did she know about kind of producing or doing like
She
helping
just
you? She's
she
just
just
good at it.
wanted to help me. I was trying to get started. She said, "Well, heck, Dad, I'll just help you." And she had a well, I was on Android at the time. She had a nice
Mhm.
iPhone with that quality
Ooh,
picture.
yeah.
So that's what we used, to initially get started. And if I was not right, the lighting wasn't right, she would just get on me and get it straight. I mean,
Okay.
all of them just kind of take over and just do things. Like I said, if I have computer issues, I call one of my sons. They will show up. They will get in here and they will work with me to get everything situated.
How old are your kids? They
Uh,
sound good with
oh my God,
technology.
man. They're like 38,
Aw.
34,
Oh, really?
20, 28,
You don't look
20,
old enough to have
23. I
for
have an
38 kids.
18-year-old grandson. I have a
When did
14-year-old granddaughter and a 4-year-old granddaughter.
when did you have your kid that's 38? When you have at like 5 years old? You don't even look old
No,
enough.
not
Come on.
five, but me and my wife, we've been together for 35 years.
Aw, I
We've
love
been
that.
together. Well, we've been married for 35 years, but we've been together for like 39 years.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
insane. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
So,
let's
I
get the
mean, we
real
started
tea.
young. Okay,
Beak
go ahead.
stew. Beak stew. Since you're the daughter, let's get the real tea. I want to know if your mom's ever thrown a skillet at DJ Scribble. Has that ever happened? A skillet, frying pan, whatever, like a spatula. Let me know. I'm curious. Let's get the real
Woo.
tea. Let's go in for the real tea
Don't,
right now.
don't don't take anything they say at face value. Don't do it. I'm telling you.
Oh man. Oh
Don't do
yeah,
it.
a whisk. I should have brought my whisk cams. I should have brought
Oh
it.
my God. Stop, Ham. Stop.
Oh
Stop.
man, I think that's so admirable, especially in this day and age. Because I love meeting couples and married people that have been together for so long. Because you usually hear like the negative stories or everyone getting divorced or like I guess I'm going to go into this right away before we go back to your DJing. But like,
Sure.
how do you keep like 39 years going? Like that's a
You
huge
know, I'm
accomplishment.
gonna tell you a story. One time we really fell into a rut, and I was not like dating her, if you get my drift. I wasn't
Mhm.
planning on going out to dinners. We weren't doing things like that. And she just came to me and looked me in my face and told me, you're a sucky date. You come
Mhm.
in, you got a bad attitude, you this, you that, blah, blah, blah. And it didn't really affect. I just thought, hey, I had a bad day at work. We ain't got to do this, or come on, we can do it, but the heck with it, blah, blah, blah. And I was really crappy about it. And once she said it, and I got back and I stepped back and I thought about it, I was like, damn, she's right. I said I
Mhm.
didn't do that. So what we try to do now, and sh- and she's really instrumental in that, and that is we work on trying to do stuff together. You know what I'm saying? If it's
Mhm.
nothing no simple than to go out to dinner. Sometimes we had our washing machine was broke one time, so we used to always go do laundry. We used laundry day as a date. We would take cards, we'd take stuff to eat, we would put down our phones and we would just interact with one another. But you have to be willing to put in the time. You see,
Mhm.
if you want, let's put it like this: if you want corn to grow, you cannot be planting butter beans. You're going to
Mm.
get out of it what you put in it. That's what it comes
Mhm.
down to. And it's never perfect. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, it's roses and
Mhm.
flowers and butterflies all the time. Hey, you're going to have disagreement. Teeth and tongue going to fall out. But you always got to be willing to talk, communicate, and work through stuff.
Mhm. Wow, I love that. That's all. I'm gonna call you guys up, when I get a good date. I'm gonna ask you guys all for advice then. But I love that though. That's really good because, like, what would you say to people that are like, "Ah, forget it. It's just not going to
Let
work."
me
I
tell you
find
something.
yeah.
I see so many people out here who are single and they are
Mhm.
miserable.
Hmm.
Don't don't shut out love, because the thing about it is, you know, you can have the physical aspects of your relationship and that would be great. That's great. But you have to make sure that person is still your friend. You have to be able to hold a decent conversation with them. You have to evolve, you have to grow. Your relationship has to kind of go through peaks and valleys, and you have to be able to stay the course. Most people are willing to treat their relationship or their significant other like it's a car. Hey, this is 2024, the new
Mhm.
2025 hybrids coming out, blah 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 blah, so I want that. Well, guess what? The grass sometimes ain't always greener on the other side of the septic tank, especially if you're downwind and you're smelling the crap. So
Yeah, for
sometimes you got to
sure.
stick it out. You have to stick it out.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because we're in such a digital day and age where all you do is keep swiping. So even if
Right.
you're in a relationship or you meet someone great, at the back of your mind, you're like, oh, is there someone better? Like
Uh-huh.
it gives such a false illusion right now that everyone always thinks that there's someone or something better when things get tough in their relationship. But that's such a lie. Like there is nothing, or you know what I mean? Like I think
No.
we're just in a digital age where it's like if we don't like something, then forget it. We're done. And no one
Right.
puts in the work anymore
Nobody
in
wants
it.
to put in that work at all.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. They just don't want to do it. But I've seen some very in my streaming. I ran across like Boss Lewis and Too Cute. They work well together. Miss Sexy E and DJ The Force.
Yeah, they
They
work
work well
well together.
together.
Yeah.
DJ T Rail and First
T-Rail.
Lady.
Yeah,
They
she's
they work
spicy.
well together. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're
But
working on something else because she's a spicy little one. She's
she
very,
is
very
spicy,
spicy.
but you know what? They
She's
complement
cute.
one another.
No, they do. They do.
They complement one another. Sometimes the old saying opposites attract. My wife
Mhm.
was very focused. She was driven. And I would tell anybody, I probably wouldn't have never went on a vacation, a cruise. I never would have bought my first home. I never would have had a brand new car if it hadn't have been for her vision.
Mhm.
Sometimes, as a king, sometimes you have to let your queen help you go through the valley.
Mhm.
That's what it comes down to. A lot of guys don't. When I first started dating my wife, all my partners and everybody was like, "Yo, man, we don't see you anymore." Well, I see something better. I see, I see my queen. I see who I want to spend the rest of my time with, rest of my life with. So therefore, I invested that time in her. Man, I wouldn't put no money in the pot with her, blah, blah, blah. When I did that, I started having money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? So she keeps me straight. She keeps me on task. She keeps me in the right frame of mind. And when I get out of adjustment, she's quick to adjust it. So yeah, we work well together.
Yeah, I'm curious too. What would you say to like, not saying you're the spokesperson for like, like just marriage and everything, but I really like your advice. Like, what would you say to say single women? Because I just saw this comment, not to put El Boogie on the spot, but she says, "Me,
Let me
myself,
tell
and
you.
I work well together." Like, we're kind of, I think like as independent women, we can very much be like that, but also, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
No.
then a lot of women can be very fed up with what they see. So they're like, look, I'm just going to do me. I'm fine. I'm good. I don't really need anyone. But what advice could you say to maybe single women that, you know,
My,
like
my advice,
can
my advice
understand
to a
men? a little bit better, you know?
My advice to a single lady is, especially if she had if she had a positive male role model in her life, um, don't settle. Don't
Mhm.
don't let a man walk over you. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't just fall for everything that they're saying. Take people and stand back and evaluate. My youngest daughter has found a very nice guy. And I
Mhm.
really love this dude. This dude is so down to earth. He fits with the family. She waited till she found the right guy. You sometimes people they so busy worrying about the physical. Oh yeah, honey, he's this, he's that. Oh, he's gorgeous. I'm gonna tell you, sometimes everything that glitters ain't gold. Sometimes you sleep on the wrong guy because he doesn't fit the image of
Mhm.
what you think you need. You know what I'm saying? So just open your eyes. Your heart will tell you. The Lord will tell you if that person is right for you.
Yeah. Or he may make you wait, like, 50
Uh-huh.
years as well.
At any rate, when it's your time, it's your time. When you find the right guy, he's going to be there for you. A lot of times people just get so caught up in, well, my biological clock is ticking. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm getting older. Sometimes that ain't the guy for you. The right guy is right. I've seen a lot of women let a lot of nice guys go.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
was walked past so many times. The people have I've had women ask me, how did she get you? I said she took
Mhm.
me serious and she truly liked me. She took time to talk to me and she enjoyed me. I knew my wife liked me. I'm gonna tell you this story. I had a car. The car was so raggedy flow, didn't have no heat in it. I could drive it to her house and it would die. I walk home 15 blocks and
Wow.
walk back the next day and start the car up and go. The car didn't have heat. She'd have to have a blanket on her legs, everything. If your woman will ride with you in a car with no heat, you're freezing, it's raggedy, and y'all just have a simple time together, guess what? She likes you. She,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of women that would not have given me the time of day like that,
Mhm.
but she did. And that's what I told him. I said, man, she saw the good in me that nobody else did. Everybody want to walk past me. They want to look over me. You see what I'm saying? So you just got to be patient sometimes.
Do you feel like it gets, like, easier or, like, harder? I can't even imagine 39 years. I would hope
You
that
know,
39 years with someone, that would be the dream for
the,
me, but, like, I can't even imagine, like,
I don't know if it's
almost 40
harder.
years.
I think it's I think it's I think sometimes you have to put in extra work to keep it fresh. You have to do that because she'll call me on that in a heartbeat. Oh, you don't romance me. So like, okay, her birthday is Valentine's Day. So what I do is I give her her Valentine's the day before, but on her birthday, I make that her birthday. So she gets two rounds of gifts for that. You see what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
have to know sometimes she can even finish my sentences for me and I finish them for her. That's just how
Mhm.
long we've been together. When people see us interact, sometimes they don't even is that your sister? Because we're cutting up so much. We laugh and joke and cut up in here. My family time is worth its weight in gold, yo. It
Mhm.
is.
Yeah, I love that. And has she ever come on your show? And have you
No,
had your kids
she
come
doesn't
on your
want
show?
to. For a long time, she was jealous of Twitch and
I mean,
Periscope
she's
because I
free
was,
to say hi to us right now if she wants
yeah,
to, but I won't put her on the spot.
she is the type that she got jealous of it because I used to just play in this house with all my equipment for her, and then I was playing and streaming, and she got upset about it. So
But that's common. That's
yeah.
very common amongst couples, like, one person and I've seen this amongst so many DJs. One
Mm-hmm,
person's, like, totally involved in this world, like, we understand this world. It takes so many hours, so much commitment,
mm-hmm,
it's producing like a TV show, right? So,
yeah,
but then if the spouse or partner is not into it, yeah, I could see how it could cause a rift. I've seen people get divorced, literally. I don't know if it was over Twitch. Well, I kind of felt like it was, but I
mm-hmm,
had someone say to me, like, "Hey, that thing was on its way out years ago. It wasn't Twitch, but I feel like Twitch can add to it if you're spending so many hours putting that number
yeah,
1, right? And you're kind of neglecting like the family and everything. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
find
it can be
balance.
it can be overwhelming dealing with streaming and then trying to balance your family time. But
Hmm.
what the agreement that we came upon, I told her, I said, well, hey, look, I do a show on Tuesday nights, and then I do a show like on Thursday nights, every other Thursday, with a guy named Detroit Mixing Club. I say, and then I raid every Saturday morning with Miss Sexy E and DJ The Force. But I've been doing so many raids and stuff like that, and I need to slow down. I
Hmm.
need to
Hmm.
spend that extra time back with my lady. And
For
so
sure.
that is my ultimate goal going into the rest of this year and even into the future, because I don't even know what my future is going to be on Twitch. Twitch
Yeah.
is changing so much, and it may be that I may be only streaming for a few more months, or I may be going to a different platform. I may still stay over here. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence with it.
Exactly. I like what Avange says here. She says, I used to give everybody a chance because I don't want to miss the one. Now I'm learning my worth. I can immediately dismiss the foolishness as soon as I see it. Oh, 100%. I will remain single until God says different.
Hmm.
I definitely agree with you as well. You know, his plans and ways are definitely not our ways.
Right.
And it can be challenging. How do you find in this space, like, say, going that route too? Because I know you guys believe, right? Like,
Hmm.
are Christians. So do you find it challenging, like, kind of being in entertainment uh, having the values you have, or not really?
Now, I don't find it. Let's put it like this: I have my faith, and that's very important to me. But for entertainment purposes, I can kind of go off the rail if I need to. I don't like to, because a lot of times I try to keep my stream as clean as possible, because a lot of times my oldest daughter is sitting there listening to the stream with my younger granddaughters. So I try to balance it out. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's not really challenging for me per se, because I kind of like just kind of waver, just right down the middle, honey flow. I don't get, if you notice, you don't even see me talking politics on my stream. I very
Hmm.
seldom talk anything a lot in the way of faith or religion, because it can be so controversial. I won't speak on abortion.
Hmm.
I don't like to speak on it. I want you to come to my stream, and what I want you to do is, if you've had a problem that day, if you had a bad day, or if you've had a good day, I want you to come in here, enjoy yourself, and I want you to leave feeling better than you did when you came in. That's whether
Hmm.
I'm doing my gospel show on Saturday, whether I'm doing the Tuesday Tickler, because that's an open vibe show, or if I'm doing my show on Thursday night where we're taking you down memory lane. I just want you to come into my stream and feel good and feel welcome. If you don't
Hmm.
feel those things, if you're not acknowledged, or you don't feel welcome, or you feel like you were disrespected, then by all means you need to let my mods know or myself, and we will rectify that. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's not difficult for me. Not
Yeah.
really. I'm a
Okay.
pretty much straight shooter.
Yeah, for sure. So how long have you been on Twitch? Has it been almost 4 years if you
Almost
came from
4 years
Periscope?
now.
Yeah,
I've
isn't
been
that
on here almost
crazy?
4 years, and I did about a year or so through the Periscope when it was strange. Because a matter of fact, I didn't think I would be here this long. At one time, the only she's in the room and she'll tell you, the only person that was in my room for a many a night, and that's including my kids, my wife, all of them, was L Boogie. L Boogie
Nice.
was the only person that stayed in
Wow.
my room, and she was finishing her college stuff. She was taking courses, so a lot of nights she was in there doing her homework, and she was, just vibing to the music. And I was telling her, I said, "Man, this is such a struggle. I'm sitting here. I've tried to improve my stream. Nobody's coming." She said, "You have to just be you and just keep pressing on. It's gonna come, and when it happens, it's gonna be like overnight." And
Mhm.
um and she was right, but she was really a big cheerleader for me, because I was like, man, this is crazy. It was just her and I in the room, And it was like every stream I did, it was like that for I
Nice.
know 6 months, honey Flo,
Mhm.
easy. So I mean, that's she's really, I always tell, she's my gem. A lot of times when I'm streaming and
Mhm.
she's not there, it feels odd to me. It's like
Yeah.
not having my wife by my side, because she has been integral in my success. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for sure. I hear what you're saying. We all have our day ones, and it does feel really weird when they're not there with us. Like
Hmm.
it does definitely feel different. But sometimes the show, and that's what we got to get in our psyche. Sometimes it's not really because Twitch gives zero visibility, right? So the only
Yes.
way that you grow is by jumping in chat rooms, talking to
Hmm.
people, staying connected. If you're MIA, like I've been MIA for a long time, I only go on and press live, but that's not really effective. Like I do
Right.
that now for my own sanity. I just don't really want to be on a million shows just because nothing personal. It's just 7 people have passed away since I started
Hmm.
uh 3.5 years ago, and people I've interviewed, people that mod of mine, and a bunch of people that came through my chat and DJs. So
Hmm.
sometimes you just need a break. Like you're just not feeling like jumping on shows when you're thinking about that, right?
That's
So
true.
I just press live when I want to, but I don't know if that's really effective to
But you
bring
know what
people in,
though?
right?
You know what though? What I'm starting to realize is, you know, Twitch had us believing that if you get followers, you're doing great.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But you know what?
which is not
I
necessarily
had a
the case.
talk with a guy, OG Sumu Vibe. We had a real extensive talk one night when I was in my stream. And the one thing that we've come across is that followers don't equal supporters. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, no.
So now that's why pretty much I can be very asinine. In other words, I will play my stream. If it's one person in there, that's fine. But I'm not gonna get worked up. I'm not gonna get mad and cut it off and say, well, oh, I'm cutting this off because nobody's checking me out.
Mhm.
Excuse my French, but at this particular point in time in my life, as a 60-year-old man, I wouldn't
Mhm.
give a rat's backside. I would
Mhm.
not care if nobody come in my room anymore, because either you're gonna come in and you're gonna like what I'm doing or you're not.
But I'm
That's
saying
it.
that sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with your show or you.
Exactly.
I know a lot of streamers feel that way. It's like Instagram. If you guys have you guys not noticed on Facebook and Instagram now because they're connected, your I never see anything. I never see any posts from anyone. Like if I'm
Hmm.
following you on Instagram, I never see it. I promise you that. And sometimes you'll pop up like maybe a couple months later and that's it. But you only
Hmm.
go to 2% of your audience. So you're not going to all your followers. You
Yep.
could be making content like crazy, and how the algorithms, if there's no algorithms or how it works, because think
Hmm.
about it, these companies are in it to benefit them, including Twitch, right? Like all
Exactly.
companies. So they're not in it to benefit small streamers. They're in it
Mm-mm.
because they're a corporation like Amazon trying to make money and trying to find ways to make more money. Now, that's just the reality of it. So there is
Yep.
zero algorithms. Like TikTok is better in pushing people out if you're DJing, but
Hmm.
Twitch is a better community, I would say, more
Yes.
support. So it really is. And think about it, all these guys that have 100 people in their room, they also have 100 people on WhatsApp. They also have 100 people on Discord where they're talking
Hmm.
to each other every day. They're also tagging like 50 people every single time they do a show, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
it can feel a bit like popularity, like who's more, like who's getting ahead, who isn't. And then you look at follower count. But I think you have to just go into it. And if you love it, and it can be hard, maybe shutting off the viewer number. I just try to
Hmm.
shut it off now and just
Yeah, I don't even
stream
look at it.
and
I
get
just
lost in the
stream.
music.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I do. And because a
And
lot of
sometimes you get
times,
surprised, right? You'll have a raid come
yeah,
in, you'll have
yeah.
people come in, like you'll get surprised. But also people that have 100 people in their room, I may have 20, which is great. I appreciate all the 23 people here, and the
Hmm.
ones lurking. But I find even with a smaller count, such as this tonight, you may go to a room with 100 people and they only have 2 people talking the whole time in the chat.
Yes, I
So I
did
think
notice
I
that
think
too.
Twitch is yeah, Twitch, Kick, all these apps, I think they could be, who knows if they're embellishing the number, to get streamer because it's psychology, right? To get us
Yes.
keep working, working, working. But I don't know, like, how do we know that they're not all bots? You know, how do we know
Yeah.
DJ Hams isn't a bot? Say something, uh, so we know that you're not a bot,
Yeah.
Hams. You know, how do we know Maddox like put up a different picture here? We don't know. Could be a bot. What about El
Yeah.
Boogie? She was your day one. We don't know. Is this a bot? No, I'm just
Hmm.
joking.
But no,
Anyways.
but I mean, you're right. I mean, like to me, I don't know. I a lot of times, like I like to try to support everybody who supported me. And so
Mhm.
there's a small number of people. Like I'll come to your room and check you out. I'll go check out DJ T Rail or Force or Miss Sexy E or Dallas DJ Steve, DJ Rookie out of Detroit, Mixmaster Clee out of Detroit. Those guys, I'll go to their rooms and hang out. Winnie C, King Cat, Curtis Long version. I go to these guys' rooms and just hang out because I just enjoy music. You know,
Yeah,
even my man Fab
exactly.
Forte, Fab Forte, man, I love his room is
He's
always
great.
a vibe. That guy's
Mhm.
room is a vibe, man. And then he's cutting the fool in there, and I think that's what people recognize authentic. If you're authentic and they see what you see is the person on that screen, I think that helps you a lot too.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. But what I'm saying is sometimes streamers could be down on themselves or want to quit or they're just like, oh, whatever. But there's a lot of factors in the social media world that maybe they're
Hmm.
not considering. And like when you have zero visibility or people or maybe an app that doesn't push you out, like I've actually hit the live button. Like I've looked at shows that are live, right? Like, and I
Hmm.
may not even see it. I don't know about you guys, but on my phone, I may not see like it's Fab Forte on, but then if I click on his channel, he's showing that he's live, but he's
Yes.
invisible under I don't know if you guys have
Hmm.
noticed that on
I
Twitch, but
do.
I've
I
seen that.
have noticed that.
Lots.
I've noticed that a lot. That's why,
Yeah.
like, a
And
lot of
they're not
times,
even
like,
showing. They're not even showing live, you
right, they're
know?
not, and it's like, man, but you're right. I mean, like I say, I had copped attitude about it for the longest time, but
Mhm.
now I'm just at that point where I'm just at peace. I just enjoy getting
Yeah,
on
that's
and just
good.
having a good time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And the
Yeah.
other thing that I've noticed too, Honey Flow, is that a lot of times when you have a stream and there's only maybe 5 to 10 people in there, it's a lot more fun
It
because
is.
we're engaging and you're seeing
100%.
some of the crazy comments back and forth, and
Yeah.
sometimes you just get so tickled you can't even mix the music because you're over there laughing, and
I
that to
agree.
me is when it's the best.
Yeah, I don't really like large rooms
I
anymore.
don't either.
You know, everyone's just throwing up emotes and then mods may get mad if you're yappy or you talk to their DJ or they're just
Hmm.
like, "Why is she saying that to him?" And I'm just like, "I don't
Yeah.
know. I consider these guys like my big bros, man. Like I'm not doing anything. I'm just being myself, right?" But
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
feel like you can't really talk too much in larger rooms as
No, you
well.
can't.
People
you
get
get
very
you get swallowed up. You kind of get pushed to the
And
back,
I
and next
get
thing you
it.
know
The
you're in the
DJ
corner.
has to work. The DJ is working. Like I get it, but it should never change who you are as a person. So for me, I don't know. I prefer actually smaller rooms
Yeah,
myself.
that's how I feel about it. It's way more fun. Heck, my mom told me one time. She said, "You getting so popular. You getting
Mhm.
so popular." But I think that's a compliment. That's great. But she's right. I lost my connectivity with my regular people.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? And that's what I really enjoy. I mean, like, yeah, like Miss Sexy E and us, when we in there, exactly. We have fun on Saturdays. Saturday is just you you're praising the Lord,
Mhm.
but you're having a blast doing it. And it's like, you feed off the other DJ. Like DJ the Force starts it at like 8 in the morning, and he'll set the tone for how the heck we're gonna play the rest of that set. You know what I'm saying? If he starts out on house, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go in another direction. And then we kind of bantering back and forth. Then he'll disappear because he's working things in the background to get set the mod for Miss Sexy E. I'm
Mhm.
setting up my stuff so that when I go to raid to her, I've kind of set the bar where it needs to be so that people are feeling good and they're clapping their hands, they're stomping their feet, and they're feeling really good. Their chest is exploding because you're feeling that spirit get in you. And then when we go to her, she just takes over from there. That's a fun vibe. It's just
Mhm.
way more personable, especially when you have a connection with the people that you're working with.
Oh, for sure. Like, I feel like it's more after 4 years, it's not just like, okay, this is the user ID that's coming in your chat. Like, you
Hmm.
really form relationships, like
Right.
friendships with these people, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I don't know. A lot of people in real time don't really, or your real time friends, family don't really get it, but I feel like Twitch is super special. Like, just for example, Shortcut. I don't know if you I've been posting his story. I don't know if you
Hmm.
heard recently what happened to him, and just the amount of donations. I don't know if they're close to $200,000. I think when I checked, it was like $167,000. Like, it was
That's great.
ridiculous. Ridiculous, you guys, the amount of donations. And for all you guys that don't know, Shortcut recently had a stroke. So make sure you guys keep him seriously in your prayers. He's the third DJ, I think the third or fourth DJ that I've known that has had a stroke. And a few other guys I've interviewed that had a stroke as well,
Hmm.
but kind of bounced back from it. But he's still kind of trying to be mobile, and I know it's a new journey for him. So definitely keep him in your prayers. But that's what I'm saying is there is no other app where this many people come together and support. If someone's
Yeah, I've
hurt,
noticed that.
like, we're it's affected with all of us, right? Like,
Hmm.
if something happened to you or others, it's like we're all affected because we're all in this community. That's why I think Twitch is like so incredibly special too, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is special. I mean, sometimes, man, when I think about it, it's crazy the amount of people that I have developed a friendship with, but I've never sat across the table and broke bread with them. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it's
saying? That's
crazy.
It's so wild, but that also tells you how small the world is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The world is so small, and like I always tell people all the time, at the end of my broadcast, it's got to be my little catchphrase. But I always tell people, hey, you need to stay blessed, and you can't stress the mess. Don't stress the mess,
Mhm.
and then you leave it to Jesus Christ to help you pass the test.
Mm.
Because to me, the thing about it is, I have met so many wonderful people here, and I never would have met them had I not been streaming. That's from Evans, from Force, yourself.
Mhm.
I mean, the list goes on, and a lot of y'all are just see. The one thing I learned growing up from my mom is I can always judge character. I can walk in the room and I can tell you who the knucklehead is, and I can tell you who the genuine person is.
Hmm.
Because a lot of times when you walk in the room, all you have to do is shut your mouth, open your ears, open your eyes. It's all there for you. It's all there for you. You can tell the people who are right. That's what I'm saying. The only reason I came on the show because you said, "Hey, I want to interview you." I trusted you. I
Mhm.
trusted you to not take me down some rabbit hole, to take me through a whole lot of BS, to try to create some controversy. The first time I came in your room, I thought it was amazing. I was laughing because you used
Mhm.
to talk about the aisle all the time. Aisle two,
Aisle 2. Yeah.
aisle two. You used to talk about aisle two, and I used to get so tickled. And I remember you told me back then, you said, "Hey, I would really love to interview you and your wife." I remember
Mhm.
that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't come up here and just talk idly to anybody. That ain't gonna happen. My family will tell you I'm the most antisocial person in the world. But I
Really?
always tell people I'm not. I am pro family. I'm way more comfortable in front of my family doing things than I
Mhm.
am in terms of dealing with the general public. I will step away from that's why I don't do a lot of real life gigs. It
Mm.
got to be somebody that I know personally that I'm doing it for.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I don't do
Wow. I wouldn't have known that about you.
them.
Would you consider yourself more introverted then
Yeah,
or
because
extroverted?
yeah,
You seem
I'm I'm
extroverted.
I'm 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 into me. I'm just into my family. I
Mhm.
like if let's put it like this. I would have no show tonight if it had been something very important going on for my family.
Mhm.
That's how I am. So yeah, I it takes a lot to get me to open up to people
Wow.
and to be around them. My wife and them will tell you, I'm the most antisocial guy in the world. Man, when I first met her family, they thought I was crazy. I wouldn't even eat with them
Really?
people.
No
I wouldn't eat with
way.
them. I would
I'm
not
really
eat with them.
honored. I'm even more honored that you're on my show tonight then.
Yeah, because
That's more of an
I ain't
honor
gonna do
for me
this. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this.
for saying
I was
that.
like, man, I wonder, I said the only reason I'm doing it, I said because she's always seems so stand up. Remember we did the gospel raid and I sat in your stream and I was listening to you and you was doing your testimony. That sold me on coming
Um,
on your show.
oh, really? Wow.
Yes, because
Hmm.
you spoke so lovingly about God and your spirit and your religion. Th- That's what brought me here. Because
Hmm.
I gotta trust somebody. I don't trust a lot of people, man. I don't.
Wow. Well, thank you. You're gonna get me emotional. Jeez. Like I really do appreciate that because most people make fun of I wouldn't say most people, but
Yes.
definitely more than a
It-
few people make fun of your faith or make fun of, your
yeah,
testimony or
I don't
it's not
believe in that.
easy. Yeah, it's
I
not
don't
easy
believe
to
in that.
share, especially on Twitch, because
Yeah.
I think you would be a lot further if you didn't talk. I'll be honest, that's how I feel.
Yes.
I feel like you would be a lot further if you just blended in with everyone else, but
Yeah.
I feel like I can't do that if God has placed something special in your heart and he's like,
Yeah.
"Look, you didn't go through all that stuff just to keep it private, like, you need to."
Uh-huh.
And I really feel like but it's uncomfortable that you're kinda
It
like, "Oh, man." It's a
I,
struggle, right? To
it is a struggle,
be
but you
that
know what?
open.
Somebody has to hear it. It may help someone else. See, to
Mhm.
me, that's what it comes down to. I mean, I always tell people whenever I've done a lot of streams, I've done a lot of raids, but the one stream that always makes me feel the best, no matter what, my Saturday stream when I'm doing gospel.
Mhm. Hmm.
I enjoy watching my grandbaby just run through here and mess with me. Everything just seems better. Life
Yeah.
just seems better after that. And that's because we still have to touch our spiritual side. I'm not going to sit here and tell you every Sunday I'm in church. No, I
Yeah.
believe. I believe. And my mom was a very spiritual person. She pushed that, she made that a part of our life. So,
Mhm.
yeah, when I see somebody who is embracing their religion, their beliefs, that's a beautiful thing. And it's nothing to laugh at. It's nothing to snicker about. Don't carry nobody about it. Matter of fact, I'll be the first guy ready to fight for you.
Yeah. But I think that it's a true life support. Like, I feel like,
Definitely.
in these times, in this day and age we're living in, anything can happen to any of
Yes.
us. Like, anything can happen. We're not promised tomorrow, right?
Mm-mm.
So I
No.
think sometimes people are so confident in like their success, their riches, how they look, what they have. Like you see it all the time in entertainment, right?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
feel
all the
like
time.
yeah, and I feel like the more you spend time in your faith, and none of us are perfect. I think people
No.
expect you to be perfect and you're far from that, but
Mm-mm.
I think once you start really, truly, authentically growing with him, it's like he starts actually revealing and opening up things inside of you, right? Like you
That's
you
true.
you can't you're just like, how could people not see that this isn't like how could they not I can't even fathom like and I'm not judging anyone in this room that doesn't believe in God, but I
Hmm.
cannot fathom like, I can't understand how someone can't maybe because, like, I think once you've hit rock bottom, then you
That's
really, really see, like
sometimes that's what it takes,
yeah,
though. You know.
you see his hand and
Hmm.
everything we're looking at country to country, like, how people are, like, what's happening to our world. Like,
Hmm.
for me, I can't fathom how people I don't know, I guess maybe because I've seen some things, but anyways, I thank you for saying that to me because that's
Sure.
actually, like, really encouraging, to me because sometimes you wanna stop or you wanna delete
Yeah,
what you're
you
doing
can't.
because you get embarrassed or you're like, "Oh, man, maybe I feel a little vulnerable. Maybe I should
Nah,
just, like,
you can't be
cut this
embarrassed.
off,"
You can't be
you
embarrassed
know?
about your faith. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, in
You
Canada, it's
just
not
can't.
popular, I'm telling you, like, it's different from the States. I feel like it's more of a cultural thing out there,
Right.
whether like, it's very mainstream, very cool to say that. I will tell you in Canada, it is not, and you have like a lot of like definitely a lot. I feel like a lot more persecution, so it's not as easy,
Right.
to be saying things, especially here. But anyways, yeah. But I do appreciate meeting people like you and the Force and others that kind of do believe and share the same faith because it's just encouraging, right?
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
so yeah. But not to judge. I want to make that clear. I'm not judging anyone that could be atheist, agnostic, whatever you believe in. For me, I just can't fathom uh I guess certain things because I've seen a lot of things, right?
Yep.
But
There
it
you
takes
go.
you to hit like rock bottom, like complete rock bottom to maybe get there, right?
Hey,
I've
and
yeah.
sometimes that's what it takes. That's what
Yeah.
that's the hard nosed truth about it.
Mhm.
Because the one time they thought that I had a stroke. I think prior to the pandemic, I ended up in
Yeah.
the hospital for like 2 days because
Wow.
my face had like dropped down, and I was looking bad, and then I was driving and I felt really bad. I drove away back home, and my daughter drove me back to the emergency room, and they looked at me and they took me straight back
Mhm.
and worked on me in the ER, and then they put me in the hospital. They did spinal taps, all kinds of stuff to try to make sure I was okay. And that was a true like wake up call, because you get up in the morning, you jump, you take off, you go running, like, hey, this is the way it's going to be. You're right. You're not promised anything. You're not
Yeah.
promised the next hour. You're not promised the next day. So the
Mhm.
thing is, treat people with respect and live in a way that is fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tell somebody that you love them. Make sure that you do the right things for your significant other, because you may not be here the next day. You just
Mhm.
never know. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people you got to keep the faith. You have to have it. A lot of people don't have it. They start panicking and they screaming and they're running for the hills. But sometimes you just stop and pray. A lot of things will work out great for you.
Yeah, and we gotta be really fortunate, like, in these times, you could sh you still have the opportunity to share your faith in that lay and that hope with people.
Hmm.
Like, I know very soon in Canada, that's gonna be erased, so and I'm sure in the States, eventually, that'll be the same thing, so
Hmm.
I think now that you have the opportunity and the voice, like, it's so important. Avange has a great comment here too. She says, "That's why I lose so many people. I do what God tells me to do. He has me on a journey, and everybody can't go with me." Whew. Yeah, he'll have you alone on that journey, man. And I don't mind losing people, she says, as long as
No,
God stays with me.
I
I'm
just
good,
I think
which is
what
true.
happens. I think what happens is you have to realize that people in your life for a particular at a for a season, perhaps they may not be there for the lifetime. They may not be there for the full journey. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
I've like Evangelist T. She does a lot of great things. She's doing a elder ministry right now down in the ATL, where they're collecting socks
Oh,
and
amazing.
toiletries and all of that stuff. And I advertise it on our streams. I don't advertise it on everybody's raid or stuff that I'm on. But when we're on streams that are sponsored by me, I told her I will push and we will advertise what she has taken place, because it's important. I think our elderly in this, and me being a 60-year-old man, I see how tough it is out here now. And if we're
Mhm.
not here to respect and honor and help our elderly people, something's wrong. Something is wrong when you can't help the elderly, or you're jacking them, trying to take advantage of them. We need to be there to help them, to because they're they are our mentors.
Mhm.
They're supposed to be telling us the way to go. We're supposed to treat them with the ultimate respect. And I don't see that. But when I see her doing her program, I was like, man, this is great. This is great stuff. I said, send me all of the stuff. I said, send me all of the stuff. I said, I'll put it up in the banners. I said, in OBS, so that we can let people know about it. You know what I'm saying? She gets up in the morning and she does a prayer every morning live on Twitch. People don't understand that kind of stuff. They
Yeah,
don't
for sure.
understand it.
Well, that's because a lot of people wanna go with the party than deal with anything realistic or any reality. And I get it because Twitch and all these apps are like an escape, even for us, for music,
Yes.
right? So people
Right.
just want to like crank the music, turn it up, and drown out whatever they're dealing with. But
Mhm.
at the same time, you have to be able to deal with what you're dealing with with someone. So Twitch and
Most
all these
definitely.
things are just a temporary, like for example, when I look at my mod that passed away, Steph One Love, like she was
Steph was a beautiful
modding,
person.
yeah, and she was modding all the way up till literally she passed away and she was not feeling well. And I'm just like, you need a break. You need to take a break. Like, you need to stop, you know? But it's just like, I know that was helping her, like an escape as well for
Yes.
her. But then it also makes me think, like, it's like sometimes we put our priorities into things. I'm not saying her, I'm just saying in
No.
general, we put so much into, but is this going to be with us? Like,
Yes.
is that going to be eternal, right? And thank God, like I'm so happy we had a private conversation. And one beautiful thing I'll always remember about Steph
Hmm.
is like the conversation 3 weeks before, and I was just like, hey, like you should really get a Bible, like really just get one, and that'll help you. And it's got so many scriptures of healing and different things in there. And
Hmm.
although it did not go the way I wanted it to go, obviously, she her last message to me was like, "Hey, honey Flo, I ordered a Bible," and it was like 3 weeks before she passed.
Oh man.
So I just think like even though we don't want things going a certain way, God's hand is always in everything, right? Like
That's
it's
true.
always
Amen.
working. So like her intent to order one and want to get one, that to me gives me like so much peace knowing that she's definitely in a great place,
Yeah,
so
well, and I always, you can't. I guess a lot of people say it, but hey, the Lord needed her now. He needed her
mhm.
up there because she had done her job here. He needed her there. And sometimes that's how you have to look at it. Sometimes that's the way I look at it when I lose a loved one. Hey, we love them, we wanted them, but the Lord needed them at this point in time. It was ready
Yeah.
for them. They were ready to go. A lot of times you see people and they're ready to go. When my uncle passed, I knew he was ready to go. He was a big
Mm.
influence on me on music because he was almost like a DJ. Every weekend we'd be at my grandmother's house, and he had so many like records, 45s, albums,
Wow.
cassettes. Matter of fact, I went up to see my aunt about a month ago, and she gave me all his CDs.
Oh,
I
wow,
got
that's
so many
amazing.
CDs. I don't even have anywhere to put them. I got some. And she
Wow.
said, as soon as I get hold of the records, come on back up. I'll let you get the records too. But I mean, he was just a music guy. My dad and mom were music people. My dad got me into jazz. And when he was one of my biggest fans. I remember when my mom had passed away and I was first starting to stream, I had my dad staying with me. A lot of time I'd be down here playing and practicing, and I hear somebody at the top of the step, turn it up, DJ, turn it up, turn it up. And I look up there and that's Pops sitting in his wheelchair telling me to crank it up some more. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So they go, hey, Faith just came in the house. That's my other mod right there.
Oh, I love that.
Um, and that was just, to me, that was just, when he was gone and when mom was gone, it took something from me for a long time. It was hard to play because they were my biggest fans. When I first started
Mhm.
DJing, I used to DJ in a little restaurant lounge right here locally in the Tidewater area in a place called Newport News, right where I was born. And I was in there DJing. The guy was the regular DJ there, and he said, "Well, man, I'll give you a chance." I was telling him I was trying to do it because I had just bought me my receiver, my turntables, my mix board. I had my first mix board was a realistic mix board from Radio Shack, and I had it hooked up with my stuff and my speakers, and I was taking it places and playing parties and stuff. And he said, "Man, well, I'll give you a try." I went in there, man, and it turned out good. He was like, "Man, you're not bad." But see, I'm not a DJ in the sense of a DJ. Like a lot of
Mhm.
people say, I'm a mixologist, I'm a turntablist. That's not me.
Hmm.
I'm more of what I like to call myself a jamologist.
Mhm.
And by jamologist, I mean I play tunes, put them in order so they're telling a story, or we start talking about something in the chat, and I say, this song will fit what the heck we're talking about right here, and I'll slide it in there. I'm more of an MC. People say, man, they love to hear me talking on the mic because, I can just do this and blah, blah, blah. But I used to rap and stuff like that. So I'm very comfortable being with the mic. You know what I'm saying? But I just play music. That's
Do you
it.
s do you still have the Radio Shack mixer or your first pieces of equipment
I sure
at
do.
all? Oh, you
I
do?
still have it.
You
I
have
have
it
two
around
of them.
there or no? Oh,
I have
really?
it.
It would
I
be
have it.
cool
I
to
got to
see
dig
it,
it. I can I can't.
but
I
if
got
it's
to
kinda
dig it
far, it's
out.
okay. Oh, it's
Yeah,
okay
I
if you're
have to dig it out.
Are
But I
you
have it.
holding the phone? Hopefully
I
not, because your arm might get kinda sore. Are you
oh no
holding the
no, it's
phone?
fine. This is the way I do all the time.
Oh gosh, I was like, "Are
Yeah.
you holding the phone?
So
You need a
yeah.
stick or
So
something."
my mixes, I've got two of them. I had my original one, and then I had a friend of mine give me one, and I've got a turntable over there, and I'm thinking about going back and breaking out all my records and going back and doing vinyl again for a
Yeah,
while.
you should. How you
You know
doing,
what I'm
Jakey
saying?
Smooth? Good to see you. Yeah, you
Yeah.
should
So
definitely do that. So you still have your equipment. So did you go from like what is it, your techs to like did you do CDJs, a controller,
no,
like
I didn't. Let me tell you what happened. Oh, I was
mhm,
DJing back in the middle '80s, and me and my wife were dating,
mhm.
and we our oldest son was on the way. We weren't married yet, so our oldest son was on the way. I call him or you'll sometimes see him in my chat as Slim Steez, but he was on the way, and I wasn't making a lot of money DJing. And I say, look, this ain't gonna work. I said, I gotta find a real job with benefits and this and that and the other. So I stopped DJing totally, just totally, just put everything to the side. I went out here and found work. I started doing work as a electrician. I worked in a wood plant doing cedar siding. Um, I worked at a rental center for like almost 15 years, honey flow.
Mm.
And when I was doing that, I used to set up stages, tents. I would coordinate, like ladies would come in and they're getting ready to get married. I would get them with the candelabras, the fountains, the tables, the dishes. I did all of that stuff for like 15 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then I got tired of it and I ended up taking another job temporarily as a route driver delivering bread.
Mhm.
And I did that for like a year and a half, but I was still making money. I had benefits and I was taking care of my kids. My family was growing then. So it was one, then it was my next one, which was Beak, and then it was my next one, which was Nikki. So
Oh,
Nikki
that's
came
you.
along.
Oh, that's your son or he
Slim
says
Steez,
Slim?
that's my son right there. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
and then Nikki came along, and then the last one would be Anthony, which we call him
Need a
Almighty or
magnifying
three.
glass to see your kids. I can't see them. We need a magnifying
Yeah.
glass or
So
something.
so so
How old
so
are you then? You said 60s,
I'm
right?
60. I just turned
People
60
don't
in
believe
May.
it. People in
No,
the
I
chat
know
room
that
don't believe
everybody
it.
say that, but I'm
You
60.
literally look like you're in your late 40s. What the
I,
heck?
I, I appreciate you.
I'm
I
not gonna say
appreciate
you're
y'all
younger
all.
than me. I'm not gonna say that, I
No,
still
no.
gotta look
Look,
young, but you
look.
look
But you need to see me
mid-40s.
getting
Let's
up in the
see.
morning and then you'll
Let's see.
realize that I'm
Let's see,
60.
guys. Can you guys see him? Man, this guy looks like he's in his late 40s. What the heck? That's not fair for the rest of us. Like,
Stop.
look at him. He doesn't even
So
have a wrinkle and he's in his
yes, I
60s.
do. Yes, I
No, you
do. What
don't.
I
You
did,
do
I
not.
kicked on a lot of makeup before I came on. I went to makeup and told me y'all handle the crow's feet and do
He
some of
doesn't
the.
even have any crow's feet. I can't even smile because
Look
if
at
I
that. I can't even see
smile,
without my glasses. Look at that. You see that? I can't see
if
without
I
my glasses. I'm like
smile, then
Mr.
you're gonna see
Magoo.
lines here. I gotta go like this. You don't
I'm
even
like
have
Mr.
to do
Magoo,
that.
yo. I can't see nothing without these glasses.
I don't feel like guys care about that stuff.
Oh,
They
we
could
don't.
care less.
We
Yeah,
don't.
you literally look like you're in your mid 40s. That is
I appreciate you.
insane.
Thank you so much.
Oh man, that's
I,
crazy.
but see, so for a long time where everybody else was DJing, gigging, getting the big gigs, meeting people, stuff, I wasn't doing any of that. So come around full circle about 3 or 4 years ago, yeah, about the same time I was getting ready, a little bit after I started streaming, actually, probably about 3 years, they took it and they decided to buy me a controller so that I could go back into DJing. And they said,
Mhm.
hey, this is so that's why I ended up back here. I've come almost full circle, honey flow. I
Mhm.
started back in the 80s, left it alone for decades, and then came back and started it back up. And now I enjoy it for that very same reason because it's fun. It's not a job.
Yeah,
That's
for
why
sure.
and that's why I enjoy it now. Like I said, I did a 50th birthday celebration for a friend of mine's a couple weeks ago. I have a gig coming up in December that they've already paid me the deposit for. which is a winter formal that's going to be in Norfolk, Virginia,
Oh, that's
and that's
amazing.
going to be for a military command, and that's
Wow.
another friend of mine. And that's I try to handpick the stuff that I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here trying to make a lot of money. That's why I don't really worry about revenue bits. I'll tell anybody when you're in my stream, I don't really care about the subs. I don't care about you dropping bits. What's very important to me is that you gave me your time. Time is a commodity and it's very
Mhm.
valuable. And when you take time out of your day to spend it with me in the lounge with my lovelies and Team Scribble, then we are honored. And that's ultimately that's the truth. The rest of it, it don't make a difference. It really don't.
Yeah, for sure. Do you remember your most, like, memorable moment on Twitch? Or if you wanna name a few, you could do that too.
My most memorable moment, I was playing and it was just out of the blue. I was playing, and for some reason, man, everybody, I had a lot of people raid me. I got up to like a level 4 hype train. Never
Awesome.
have
Aw.
before nor since have I ever been there. And it happened probably like the first year that I was streaming. Never been there again. That's my most memorable moment. I was playing and a bunch of people just raided to me and dropped bits and they hit me hard and I had like a level 4, almost a level 5 hype train. Never
Mhm.
seen another one. Never seen another one, honey Flo. I don't think
Wow.
I'll ever see it either.
No,
And
don't
don't
say that, don't say
I
that.
just
Yes,
don't.
you will. Yes, you will.
I just don't think I will.
No,
And
you
you know,
will. Don't say
but see,
that.
but see, the way I look at it, I'm a realist. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I'm not trying to water it down and get pity points and all of this stuff. I'm not saying that. It's
Mhm.
just I play
Exactly.
different.
Hey, Faith, I agree with him. He does a great show. He's got, awesome energy on his show, and it's always positive, always fun, when I get a chance to check him out. So, yes, I agree that it's coming, you guys.
Look,
Um,
the one thing
he
I want
says
to
you gotta
say
have faith, which
the
is
one
true.
thing I want to say before I get off of here is if it wasn't for my mods and my wife and my kids supporting me, I probably still wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't because it's really important for me to spend time. Faith just had a birthday and we all went to Top Golf. Had a
Aw.
blast, man. We
Oh,
had a
cool.
blast, yo.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is it's really important to me to not necessarily belong, but to enjoy and embrace. And when
Mhm.
I meet people and I talk to them, like I told you, I can tell who's genuine, who's fake, whoever, but I don't never say anything. I don't I don't ill talk. I ain't spend a whole lot of time getting on the stream and talking bad about somebody. I'm
Mhm.
not doing that. I'm just not gonna do that. But I know who I need to deal with and who I don't.
Yeah.
I
Well,
had to
it seems
learn
like you
that.
got good discretion. You got very
Yes,
because keep in mind, we're meeting not only hundreds of people on this app, you're meeting literally thousands of people. Not everyone's gonna like you, right? Vice versa,
right.
right? You're not for everyone and not everyone's for
Mhm.
you as well. And that's just
Exactly.
that. But it's weird though, because people that may not necessarily like you, then they start liking you later or giving you the respect. Like it's just like a weird, this whole entertainment or this whole social media world can
Yeah.
be very, very weird. A
I,
little bit
I've
different, you
I've
know?
been in some circles where I've had people say, "Oh, this guy, he's cornball and he's this and he's that and blah 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 and this that and the other."
Mhm.
And I was like, and I look at the stream and I'll be like, "Well, I think the guy is interesting. Well, I think the lady is interesting. I think they're on to something." You know what I'm saying? To me, you have to see the good in everybody first. Now, if they're gonna be ugly, it's gonna come out. But I
Yeah, that's
always
why
like
you
to
need
try to see the
breaks.
good. But I
That's why
need to
it's
see the
good.
good in them first. You know what I'm saying?
It's good to take
So,
social media breaks. That's why I disappear
oh,
too, because
definitely,
it can be high
definitely,
school too. It could be a very high school dysfunctional family too,
yes,
online. And it's weird because it's like you feel like you know the people, but you've never met in person. So
yes,
my friends always say, you don't people that are online can be different in real life. So you can't just
nah,
think it's all cool when you haven't even met the person, which but I do feel like when we do meet, it feels like an instant connection. It's really weird, you know, like
hmm
Like we feel like I just met Music Spasms. Father Damien went to his church. Music Spasms met Ron Love. He came in from
Mhm.
Detroit. Sight Giver, first time meeting them, and it was like we didn't skip a beat talking,
Yeah,
and connecting. So it was pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah. I haven't gone to any like meets or anything like that
You
because, like I
should.
told
You
you, but
should.
like I told you, I'm kind of like to myself. A lot of
Yeah,
times,
true.
I'll get in there and I'll just kind of stand and look around because my first defense mechanism when I get in a room with everybody that I don't know or I just know you through a social media type of setup is I want to do observation. Observation is going to tell me a lot whether I need to talk to you the rest of that day.
Wow, you sound just
I'm
like my friends. All my friends in Toronto are like that. I'm like small city. I'm surprised you are because you come from Virginia and it's a small city. So it's like
Yes.
I would assume it's like how we are in small cities. Like everyone's friendly. Everyone invites everyone over for dinner.
No,
Everyone like
no, not in
that's
Virginia.
kind of how my
Mm,
family is.
nah, not in
No?
Virginia. Not, no, not, mm-mm. No, no,
I
no, no,
almost
no.
moved to Petersburg. I remember that in my 20s. You know
Petersburg is
Petersburg?
right around the hook for me. That's
Really?
pretty close. Yeah, if you move to
Petersburg was
Petersburg,
a different world for
it's
me.
yes,
Very
Petersburg
different
is
world.
yes,
Everyone was staring
definitely.
at me in Petersburg like,
That's because you were
"What's this
attractive.
girl doing here?"
No,
No,
that's because you're
I don't
attractive.
know.
People, no, no, no. When you're attractive and you're new, people are they're gonna eye you down.
Mm.
Especially here, they're gonna do it. They're gonna eye you down. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah,
just the
I
way
did
to go.
notice the guys when I dated someone in my 20s there, I noticed the guys were pretty like, they didn't care if you were with someone. Like,
No,
they were,
no.
like, coming like, they didn't
I
yeah, I
was
was
at a
like, "Oh,
gig
wow."
one
I
night.
didn't think it was that.
I was at a
Jeez.
gig one night and my wife came down there because she was at a Halloween party that my mom was throwing. And she came in and she came to talk to me at the DJ booth because she knew I had to work that night and then I would come in later. And I'm talking to her and the guy comes up and tries to kiss her. I literally
Really?
have to I literally had to take my hand and put it on his lips and told him, nah, bro, not today. I was
Wow.
ready to come from behind the equipment and go ahead and take care of business and then go back to work. I said, nah, bro, you're not gonna do that.
Like, I
No.
had Cadillac stop me, guys. I felt like I was in a Paul Wall video. I'm like, "This is
Yeah,
different from
it's
Canada."
yeah.
Like, because
VA,
I was
that
just like, "I need to go out. I need some fresh air."
look,
Because I remember arguing with him. I'm like, "I'm leaving." And he was freaking out. He's like, "You cannot just leave and walk around. This isn't Canada." And I literally had 3 I looked like I was 10 years old, guys, with the hoodie on me. I was so upset walking. I had 3 Cadillacs stop me with chromed out
yeah.
rims. Like, these guys look like they're 80 years old. I'm
Hey,
like, this
they
isn't a
the
music video. We see
they
this
were
in
the
it,
players. They
but
were
we
the
don't see
player.
this. We would never see this in Canada, like, ever. I'm like, "What world am I in?" Like,
Nah, man.
I don't
They
know.
don't. They
Yeah,
go hard. They
Petersburg is
kind of go
different from
hard.
Hampton. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Petersburg is definitely
and I
different.
don't know, were they used to are they like, the people over like, not to generalize, but are they used to seeing, like, different cultures, different? Because they looked at me they didn't know what Indian was when I was out there, they didn't like, people looked at me like I was, like, a foreign alien, like, "Why are you here?" I'm
They,
like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know."
I
That was
don't know.
my experience. Like,
They,
Canada is very diverse culturally, like, you guys would blend in people would treat you very well, you have an American accent, people would be a way more friendlier to you than me out here.
they
Uh,
sometimes they can be real knuckleheads down
I
here.
did
Like,
find the Petersburg yeah, the men were definitely aggressive
yeah,
and
that,
I was
that's
yeah.
the way they wrote. This is Virginia. We
Some
got
good
love
looking
for
men
you.
too. I was like, "Oh man, there's some good looking men here too." I'm like, I'm like, they got the fedoras on, they got like their snakeskin shoes on, they got their nice like
Hmm.
little plaid suits or bright colors. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh man,
these
geez,
guys,
maybe I need to go
these
to
guys in Virginia, they got
Virginia.
love for you, honey Flo. That's what it is. Virginia's
Maybe
for lovers. That's what
down
it is.
south. I need to head
They were
down.
trying to spread some love your way. That's all it was.
Just not the old men that are 80 years old, like
Hey,
and they
old
were
guys
listening
need love
They
too.
were listening to Bow Wow and Nelly in their cars when they were stopping me,
Don't make a
and then I
difference.
started running. I had to run back to the place because 'cause I'm like and his
You
friends
better
like
run. You
yeah,
was
his
in
friends
trouble.
like, "Are
You
you
just didn't
crazy,
know it.
girl?" They're like, "You need a stick. You need to carry something with you." And I'm like, "Where am I?" Like, I don't know, guys. I'm
I'm
like,
weak, boy.
anyone in Petersburg, it's okay. Much love to all you guys. I guess I'm not a fan because I had a bad breakup. He broke up with me on Virginia Beach, so that I don't know
Ooh.
want to ever go back to Virginia again
Yeah, you don't want
because
to go to the
he
beach.
broke. I thought he was going to propose to me, and he ended up breaking up with me. Broke my heart on that
Wow.
beach,
Damn.
Virginia Beach. So I'm like,
Yeah, I
Petersburg,
see why
no,
you
I'm
don't
never
like
going back
Virginia
there.
Beach.
I'm like, I'm never going back there. But she got cakes. Is like, oh, come on, girl, you're going to end up back here. I'm like, no, it's going to take like someone
Hey, look,
really sweet
you
talking me more than the sweet tea you drink for me to
look.
go back.
What you need to do is just come back on your own terms and not
No, I can't
necessarily
do
for
it.
that, and just hang out on the beach and just just walk the
No
boardwalk.
way. I'll never go on that beach
You say as
again.
soon as you
No
see the
way.
sand, you're gonna start crying. I mean, what's up?
Probably. He broke my heart. I mean, it was
Y'all,
many years ago.
y'all scribble taking over the show. We gonna start talking to Honey Flo about her past.
Anyways, this isn't about me. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know what I'm getting into
Ooh,
right now. I don't know. I'm supposed to be asking
ooh.
you questions, not
Yeah, go
talking
ahead,
about
shoot.
this. Yeah.
Go ahead, shoot. I'm through.
Oh man.
Man, I'm never gonna
So
see Virginia Beach the same, man.
I'm never
Golly.
going to Virginia Beach ever again. Forget it. I'm gonna kick
Wow,
rocks. Kick rock.
that's
Is that what you guys say? Kick rocks at
yeah,
Virginia.
kick rocks, CYA, carry your backside.
But I do like I love the southern like is it considered the real South there or not really
Yeah,
in
it's the
Virginia?
South. This is
Yeah,
the
I
South.
thought
Yeah.
more Florida and Texas was, but I love the southern hospitality. I love how everyone talks to you and just like tells you their life story and there's no time in the world. I love the churches out there. I love the bright colors. You know, just
The
there's
churches
a
are
lot
pretty
of great
nice.
things.
The
Yeah, I
churches
like
are
it.
pretty
I do
nice,
like that.
and all in all, actually, the people are relatively friendly. They
Yeah,
can
they
be
are
friendly,
friendly. Yeah.
um, but my like I say, I'm pretty standoffish, so I don't mix well with everybody. I like I told you, I kind of stay away from them. I just do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Wow. I would have you sound more like a New Yorker,
Mm-mm.
you know?
Nope.
I'm surprised because Virginia, yeah, people are very, yeah, very friendly, very not country, but kind of
That's my
like,
wife. My wife actually kind of broke me out of my shell because I used to tell her, "You're the only person I know that I could put you in a room with a whole bunch of axe murderers and you'll come out without a scratch." She makes, I mean, we get in
oh,
the
I love
elevator
that.
and people just
Aw.
start talking to her.
I want to meet your
We go down
wifey.
the beach
Aw,
and they just strike up a conversation with her. She's just
I
that
like
type of
that.
person.
You seem like that too, though. You seem open
They
and
that's because I've been hanging out with her. She's starting to rub off on me after these years. That's all.
what's the biggest thing you've gotten in trouble with your wifey? Now I'm so curious about you guys now.
I don't know, flirting.
Oh, shoot.
Um,
Oh, no.
Flirting. I've been slapped in the back of the head a couple of times for that. And
I
I
feel
kept my
like
eyes straight and I had my shades on and everything. And just because I took a look, I still got slapped.
yeah, I feel
But,
like you guys look a little too much. I don't like that in Virginia. I
but you
feel
know
like
what?
not to
But the thing,
generalize, but the guys are so like they're sweet talkers. Hey, Miss
yeah,
Lady, ma'am. You know, they give you all those nice sweet names, calling
you
you
know,
lady, and then they're staring at everyone else. I
yeah,
feel like
but
it's a
that's,
VA
you know
thing.
what it is? It's like a menu though, honey Flo. It's a menu. You like I told my wife, it's like you go to the place, you look at the menu.
Yeah,
You can you
you
can
better be
you can
careful what you're
admire the
saying. Wifey's
menu.
listening. Wifey's
But
listening. I'm
I
gonna
know,
hit
and
you
I tell
for
her
her.
this all the time. I say you can look at the menu. You just can't purchase anything off of it. If you do, you in trouble.
Yeah, but what happens if your wife was doing that to other men, like lusting after them, looking at that buffet menu?
She
You
do
probably
that when
wouldn't
she
like
watched
that.
Bridgerton. I mean, come on.
Jeez.
When she watches Bridgerton, she's in here foaming at the mouth. I don't get mad. I go stream.
Slim says, "Oh my gosh." Slim is like, We're not blind." This is what you're teaching your son. We're not blind. The
That's
Lord gave us
right.
eyes, but the
Look,
Lord also said not to. He also
I,
said not to lust.
I,
He said not to lust
like,
either.
yeah, go ahead, put the echo on it. Go ahead, throw the echo effect on. I didn't say I was lusting. I just said I was looking at the menu. There is
Yes,
a
looking
difference.
at the menu is lusting, same thing. You're looking at the menu like it's a slab of, like, fried chicken. That could
Yeah,
be lusting.
fried chicken is mighty good. It's not good for you, but it's mighty good.
Oh my gosh. Slim's like, "I'm not lusting." Um,
Oh man.
anyways, I think we're gonna get them in trouble, guys. "Oh, you're just looking?" I know, but what happens if your woman was looking, Slim? Would you like that if you keep looking? any man in the room, let's be honest, if your woman was flirtatious a little bit, kind of looking, liking the attention, getting her ego stroked right in front of you, and lusting at some muscular man that walks in the room, you know, like, how would you feel? Drop it in the chat. Let us know.
Well, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't like it. I can be honest with you. I would not
Oh,
like
Slim
that.
said she can look. Oh, wow. He must be okay.
Yeah, Slim's pretty much a innovative kind of guy. My oldest son, he looks at things through a
Slim.
different glass.
He
You
looks
know.
at the same he's taking the same glass you are. What do you
See,
mean he
there she
looks?
goes. Luster's in the room. She said, "I flirt daily." That's how she gets stuff done at work.
Wait, is that your wait, I'm getting
Luster's
confused. Is
Luster's
that
L
your
two
wife?
one four is my wife. That's my wife
Oh.
right there.
Oh, she says she flirts daily. Ooh, wow.
Daily,
Now Lexus is in
right?
the room.
It's
Uh,
nothing wrong with flirting. Like
I
I
don't
tell
know.
you
I
what,
think
one
it's
day we
dangerous.
was
If you're married and you guys are flirting, you're both flirting. Mm-mm.
I
No.
don't like Honey Flow. It's
One
not like I
thing
go over there.
can lead to
Honey
another,
Flow, it's
can lead
not
to
like I
another.
walk up to somebody and say, let me get those digits. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can look and you can admire, but you don't necessarily have to pursue, you know.
Well, I don't yeah, I'm different that way. I don't know. I think it can cause
Evans T, let's
for other
be
things.
let's act right, Evans T. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Evans T, come on.
JT Smooth says, "I am not jealous." I don't know anyways, I think there's a difference. I don't like when guys zone out and they're looking at every woman. I've been
I
on
don't
dates where the guys, like, looked at he zones out of conversation because he's, like, zoning out on other women. Like, I feel like it can be disres for me
That is
anyways, but
disrespectful. I mean, I
everyone's
understand it.
different.
But I'm not zoning out. It's not like I'm standing
That's
there
why
like,
you wear black
ooh.
shades. That's why you're wearing sunglasses.
Well, that's the whole idea. And I still got slapped in the back of the head.
You know why? Because women are smart. That's why. I think women are better flirters, to be honest with you. Women
Yes, they
know how to
are.
do things more secretly. Like we know how to play the game, I think, better than men do without maybe getting caught.
You know what?
Would
Can I
you
give
say
you an
that's true,
amen on
ladies?
that? I'll give you an
Would
amen
you
on
say
that
that's
because
true,
that's the
ladies?
truth.
I think we're just smarter at this sort of stuff than men are. I feel like even if men are wearing black shades, you could kind of still see through the reflection. That's probably why you got slapped in the head.
And I was driving too. You should never strike the driver. That's dangerous.
Oh, shoot, you were driving?
Someone could get hurt that way.
Oh, man, you guys seem hilarious together. I love that. You guys seem cute together. Well, we'll see who they're flirting with next, you guys.
Hmm.
Like, you know, the both of them.
Well,
If
hell,
you guys Mhm.
the guy the other day on the job on my wife's job said, "Hey, when am I going to take you out?"
You guys don't
He,
have an open relationship, do you? Oh my gosh.
no, he asked her that, but see, she
I
works
need a
around.
drink, you guys. I need a
No,
drink.
she
I
works around heavy equipment. And she didn't have her jewelry on, so he just
Mhm.
naturally assumed that she said, "Yeah, we could go out, but I better ask my husband." That takes care of all of that. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so Nikki says we're smarter in most respects. I
But
agree,
that's because
girl. We
Nikki got a
definitely are.
master's degree. That's why she's smart. We call her the brain.
Oh, yeah? And
Yeah, we
then
call her the
JT
brain.
Smooth, like, I don't even wear shades anymore.
That's
Luscious
right,
is
Smooth. Do your
like,
thing,
"No,
bro.
we're not in an open relationship." Let's
What I
see.
do is I do this. I take them off and I be squinting, so she'll think that I'm trying to see stuff
That
and I'm
is
really
so
looking over
funny.
there.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, so you just pretend you're squinting,
I
but you're really
pretend that I'm
looking over
squinting,
there?
like, okay, yeah, there she go. You know, that's what I do.
Oh, man, he's gonna get in so much trouble tonight, you guys.
Hey,
This
I
is
just want to let y'all know if I'm not here tomorrow, check the local hospital, the ICU unit. I could be there, or either check with the local cemetery. I could be
Oh,
there.
man.
I'm just not sure, y'all.
Do you guys try to at least not go to bed angry? Like, do you try to resolve if you can? Like, if you
I
do have a
try to,
disagreement?
but my wife gets mad and she will not talk. So if we have an altercation where
Yeah.
we're arguing, she don't want to talk anymore. She'll shut up. I'll keep trying to talk because I want to resolve it and I want us to be better afterwards. But that's not the way she works. And after all of these years, I've learned that when she's mad, I let her get herself together, then we'll go to bed, and I might just lay my arm across her and just let her know, hey, I still love you and I'm here. And
And
then
does
the
she
next day we're
smack
fine.
it away? Does she
Yeah,
smack it away?
well, I mean, well, honey Flo, yeah, that could happen too, but you know, that's
Oh
where I
man.
usually try to come in with my smooth moves, but that, sometimes that don't even work.
Yeah, for sure,
you know,
definitely.
yeah,
Oh man, I love that. You guys seem like you have a really I love your relationship. It seems like funny and you guys kind of get each other and I don't know, I like that. It's sweet. I will be coming to you maybe for relationship advice
maybe,
later
yeah,
on.
because
Maybe.
the longer you
Yeah.
talk, the more you think, nah, I better talk to this guy.
They'll be like, "Oh yeah, go ahead and flirt with so and so,
Hey,
whatever."
Space Jams.
Space Jam has a question. I know we got to get back on this DJing tip.
Hey,
Um,
Space Jams. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I'm kind of on the fence with it. m- 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 I've been reading up on it. I've been kind of studying it, and I'm not real thrilled with it. But I also feel
mhm.
like that artists need to get their money too. But I think, in all sincerity, I actually think Twitch messed up monetizing before they worked out all the details on strikes, copyrights, and all of that stuff. I think that they messed up there, and now it's making it tough for the casual streamer. That's the way I look at it. Because man, I don't know if I'm going to sign up for the program. That's why I haven't responded to anybody on any raids or anything, because I don't know if I'm going to be playing. To be totally honest with you, because I
Yeah, for
rock with you
sure.
guys. I rock with Space Jam and them, and I love raiding with them. But Force said he's going to do it, and he and I had an in-depth conversation about it, and the way he went about it, the way he said it, it probably could work. You know what I'm saying? But you
Mhm.
have to put in a little extra effort to make sure you're not playing what's on the list, making sure you're not getting those hits, making sure you're not getting in trouble with Twitch, so that maybe it's a situation where they're banning you, or taking your stuff down, or any of that. I would love to see a program. I would have loved to have seen a program straight up where you opt into the program. They had a flat fee. Let's say, for example, I'm gonna just use small numbers so we can grasp it. Let's say your payout every 2 months was $50. Let's say if that was the case, the program was set up where they took 15 to $25 towards paying off the record labels, the artists, whatever, and the rest would be divvied out to the streamer. I think I could live with that. Now, a guy that's a big streamer making big money, he may not want to do that. But I think that would have been a better program for the small guy. Whereas if the big guy want to sign up and do it, they should have had a tier, like you have tiers for subscribing. They should have had tiers for opting into the program, or hey, I'm gonna go in at this level and this amount of money is taken out. That's the way I feel about it. So I see a lot of people want to go to other platforms, and I may do that too. I just don't know right now.
I know they're hyping it up for DJs, but I'm not really buying the sales
I
pitch
don't
like like a lot of people are. I'm not trying to be negative, but
know. I'm with you.
in my
I don't.
opinion, it's like I've seen this in so many corporations of how
Mhm.
they pump it up, but we are paying. People don't realize that we still pay $10. I don't know if you have you been like I paid $10 or whatever your sub. You're subbing your own channel, so you are
Yes.
paying into it first of all. But then for them to lower, if they had a problem with the record labels, we wouldn't be 4 years of doing this. So for
Right.
me, I really think they're spinning it that way and giving that message. And if you
Hmm.
really, really listen closely to what the CEO says, he was kind of saying, oh, well, you should do this for fun and you should do this. Listen, the CEO is making $1 billion, guys. Of course,
Right.
he's going to be streaming for fun, but he's also making $1 billion and a living. So,
Hmm.
like, he basically said, there's a few things I kind of caught when I was really listening on
Hmm.
Tweak Show. And I was like, okay, it seems a bit kind of contradictory because, yes, you're saying uh you should just stream for fun and you should if this is your passion and blah 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 blah, right? But yet
Right.
you're making $1 billion streaming for fun. It's different for other people that are also streaming and trying to do this full time as well,
Right.
right? So and I'm thinking, okay, well, if he wasn't making that, would he be streaming for fun? Would he be doing the same advice that he's giving all us small streamers to
Yeah.
do? So that
It's
was one thing that came up, and then I think there was another thing that came up. Oh, I can't remember what it was. The way he was talking, he said, but I can sense this because I come from corporate, so we had to do all these spiels managing even in an
hmm
office. So it's like I've heard this so much, and then the staff take it. They're just like, yes, 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 great
right,
plan. But for them to diminish your salary even more, they're finding ways that they can make more money. Amazon, Twitch, they're
right.
not interested in showcasing the small streamer. I'm
No,
sorry.
they're not,
You
and
know?
that's what I'm saying. I'm at a
Yeah,
point
I feel
where
like it's more of a money-making thing, and that's what's kind of, like, making me think, "Listen, I've had my videos up for the last 3 months, videos. I haven't gotten 1 strike. Who knows after this conversation, who knows? I
right,
haven't gotten 1 strike yet. They do the red marks, right? Like, with
yes,
copyright. So, I don't believe it's paying the record labels. I believe
no,
it's they're saying this to make money on, of course, this platform, make more
right.
money and find different ways of doing it. That's why subs have gone up in different like our country, other countries. I think we're paying almost $10 in Canada for 1 sub. I don't know if you guys are paying 5 or $6, but it's
Down here,
crazy.
I think it's like 5.99, almost six
Yeah, like
dollars.
it's much cheaper and we're
Right.
paying so much more. Plus, we're also paying money to the record labels, to
hmm
the record pools. We're paying to play this music. How much
Right.
more people do we have to keep paying? Why don't we look at the record labels and them instead of taking so much money from the artists? Why isn't there a fight that they actually give out of the trillions of dollars they're making, give the artists what they deserve, right? And it's the
Right.
same thing with the streamer. So for me, I'm definitely not convinced on it
Yeah,
right now.
I'm not really sold on it, and so
Mhm.
I'm not sure even if I'm gonna do it. That's why I say I'm not even sure how much longer I'm gonna actually be on the platform for that very reason, because I've been like talking it over with my with my wife and them, and and I was like, when she said, well, you could always opt in, and then if you don't like it, you can opt out, and that is an option,
Oh, you can
but
opt out
you
back.
can't opt out. You can go in and opt into the program, but then if you don't really like it, or you see after a couple months you don't like it, you got to opt out. But then there's like a fee, I think, that they're going to charge. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. I don't
it's still
I
about money.
And is it gonna be harder for us, if we don't opt in? Are we gonna be forced as DJs to opt in? Like, I don't think all of us DJs really know exactly what it entails,
Right.
but I know they say, "Oh, more visibility or more whatever." To me, it literally seems like it's more money, and I just feel like if the CEO is gonna tell us to do certain things when it comes to streaming, then they should set precedents, and instead of getting paid $1 billion or whatever they're worth, then
hmm
why doesn't he set the precedents and try to do this? And then he's also saying, "Oh, you can't showcase uh, like other platforms on Twitch, like I think multi-streaming, but yet he said you could go to other platforms like TikTok and start promoting. He said, in fact, you should start promoting Twitch. We've promoted Twitch like nuts. Like I
I
know I
have.
have in the last 4 years, all of us have promoted
I-
Twitch like crazy.
right.
So I kind of feel like to be taking more from the streamer that is either doing this full time or trying their best and spent hours upon hours creating flyers, like promoting Twitch so much. I feel like they're just taking more
Look,
away, you know?
the other thing that I look at too is like a lot of the DJs up here have direct connections to artists, and a lot of times the artists want you to play their music so that
Mhm.
people can be aware of it and to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? There
Exactly.
was a
Yeah.
local young lady right here in VA, and her name was Kamani. And when she had her first single that she put out, I actually met her on another social media platform and found out that she sang. And I said, well, look, I said, if you sing, just let me know what platform it's going to be on. I'll get it, and I'll actually, play your song and tell people you're local and blah blah blah. So you're right. We do our fair share of promoting for them and for the various artists. And I can't see it. I can't see opting in and you taking some more from me. Hell, you're not, excuse my French, but you're not paying me nothing now. So if you take from me, you're getting blood from a turnip. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, I hear that. Or maybe look at the streamers that are getting paid $100,000 or even like $50,000 or more, I don't know, but to keep taking from like really, really small, struggling. It almost feels like there's prime real estate, right? Like, people coming in that are big here. And then maybe some smaller streamers are going to get pushed out, right? Kind of like Instagram, like you're going to showcase the big
Yeah.
numbers, but when it comes to people that are small, they're going to be pretty much invisible. So I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know if it's going to work that way if you're not in the DJ program, if they're going to minimize you, because I'm already seeing them for a long time not show all the live shows that I'm following live. They're literally
Yeah.
not showing on there, right?
Yeah, you're right
So
about that because I was looking for it was somebody that was playing one night. I can't remember who it was, but I was looking for him. I said, "Well, let me scroll down the screen." I said, "Well, they're not live." I said, "But I know they play at this time." And then when I searched for them, it showed they was live. Then I went into their set. So you're right. The small guy is pretty much just he kind of getting pushed in the corner like baby. I'm telling you, it's like Dirty Dancing. You over in the
mhm.
corner and they're just rolling along. They're making their money, and I don't think it's a great deal. But hey, that's just me. I'm a
Like
skeptical kind
Mixcloud,
of guy.
you have to pay. I know people are happy with Mixcloud. I still love Twitch and what we've done here, but just all the corporate stuff, I don't know. I just don't like when people hype up things and it's not really for the people. It's for, you know what
Hmm.
I mean? Just say it as it is. Say it straight out.
Yeah, I'd rather you be
And if you're gonna tell
transparent.
people, yeah, like if you're gonna tell people, because it's like I could see that sales pitch easily. I come from that. But
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like gun ho, and I'm not trying to be negative. That's just my opinion on what
No,
like I'm
I
kind of
kind of agree with
sensing.
you.
And when I heard it, I didn't hear the second did he already have the second interview?
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
hear the
I
second
haven't
interview,
seen
but
that one. I'm like I said, I've been just reading up, checking up stuff on it, and I ain't real. I'm not really enthusiastic about it. But then again, like I said, I'm a small streamer, so it is
have
what it
you
is.
checked out the Green app, or would I know people have become partner and
Yes,
done things on there, but then they
I've got a
left?
profile over there, and I did
Mhm.
some test streaming the other day,
'Cause you
and
do get more in return, but I don't know, some people, like, have left or they're just like, they're not as gung ho about it anymore, so I was curious about that. Or
well,
Mixcloud or
I've talked to a couple people that said, yeah, they're gonna go over there. I don't want to mention names or anything, but
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
they're gonna go over there. And like I said, I've got a profile over there, and I can play over there if I choose to do so. But like I said, after this week, I'm gonna finish whatever obligations I have this week on Twitch, and then I'm actually gonna leave it in the hands of the Lord and kind of pray over it and see which way it kind of I'm supposed to go. You know what I'm
Yeah, for
saying?
sure.
Because I'm not a talk show guy, but maybe perhaps if I want to stay on Twitch, perhaps I should set up a talk show
And
because
that's another thing, you can't do both. It says that if
right,
you're a DJ, you gotta just do the DJ, and then if
DJing
you wanna do another
exactly.
show like this show, like a talk
Hmm.
show, you have to set up another,
Yep,
like,
set up another
profile. I
profile
don't wanna set up 2 profiles. I've worked 4 years at this
on that
one. Why
profile,
would I
right?
wanna set
I
up
know
another one,
you.
right?
I know you
So,
based on the profile that you have. I don't want to be trying to look for you on a secondary one. I just
yeah.
don't. But maybe I'm just old and set in my
Maybe
ways
I'll
too,
set
honey.
it
So
under It's Fab Forte. Maybe that'll make me more popular. It's Fab
hey, you
Forte
never know.
too.
It could work. It could work.
I'll just use someone else's user ID in here. DJ Funklore in the
Yeah,
building.
it
I'll
could
use his
work.
ID. You know, this guy's worked with Ice Cube and all the big acts, Snoop and all of them,
Yeah,
KRS-One. So maybe I'll use his. Maybe I'll just use his. Uh,
yeah. I
I'll
don't
do
know, man.
DJ Funklore instead of Funklore. I think that might work.
Yeah, right.
actually,
I
actually,
see
if
that,
it
honey Flo. I see that going over like a lead balloon.
Actually, does anyone know how to change your bot name? I wanna fool people instead of putting Ready Bot. This bot scares me. It's like it's not really
Yeah,
saying much in my chat, but other bots talk to you like they're a human being, like,
yeah.
it's kinda
Some of them.
creepy.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I don't
But I
know.
does anyone know how to change the Ready Bot name? I wanna fool people.
I
Maybe I'll
can't
put
even
it
tell
under
you.
Miss Princess 2, 82, and see.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm
wow.
saying.
So, I was gonna say, so you're not sure, you're just gonna kinda wait it out, like, wait
Yeah, I
everything
mean,
out
because I
there.
think that online it goes in effect next Monday. I think it is.
Yeah, I
I think
guess.
I think it goes in effect next Monday, so you have to either decide if you're gonna be in or out by that time. I've talked to a couple DJs that said they're gonna just go ahead and play
Oh,
anyway
you
and
have
see
to
what
decide?
happens.
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
think
gonna do.
I'm thinking that it's supposed to go online, or that program is supposed to be in effect starting next week. I
I
don't know
feel
if
like
you
they're
could.
emulating Mixcloud and what they're doing, how you have to pay, and, it's just, like, always
I
about
can't.
the
I'm gonna tell
money.
you
It's
what. I'm
frustrating.
not trying. Hey, look. I'm getting close to elderly, so I'm on a fixed income. So
Mhm.
I'm not trying. I am not trying to pay no more money for anything because I use Restream and I use OBS, and
It's a lot.
I've got subscriptions for music and so forth. I'm not
Mhm.
trying.
You got your
I
new
don't want this.
iPhone.
Right. I don't want
He's
to.
living large, guys. He's got the new
Yeah.
iPhone.
I'm so
Everyone find out
large.
his address. Let's go to Virginia.
I'm so large. Look, I'm sitting here on the phone.
Exactly. Do we see your setup? Can you show it or no? If you can't, that's okay. Oh, you
What?
got the green screen, like
Yeah,
your turntable thing or your
yeah.
controller?
I'm sitting right here because this is where I'm comfortable. This chair that I sit in here is very comfortable.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
I'm on the Kendra G show. I'm like, "Can you put your head lower? Can you put it this way? Can you stop shaking the camera?" If
Good.
anyone know I know, if anyone knows Kendra G, like the dating show, it's kind of funny because
Uh-huh.
she always say that.
It
She'll be
is
like,
funny.
"Stop keeping it whatever. Keep it straight.
Hmm.
Don't do it this way. Don't do it that way." Like, anyways, yeah. Like this conversation's reminding me of the show right now.
Hmm.
Let's see. Miss Princess says, I heard some DJs gonna be naughty and play Forbidden List. Oh,
I mean,
okay.
to me, what's the worst thing that can happen? They can shut your channel down and ban you for a couple days. I mean, let's be real.
They
I
wanna see
mean,
a tour of your kitchen. They're nosy.
yeah. Well, I'm
I know.
hungry too.
So have you ever had any like disaster moments DJing or like even on your
Oh
show that
man,
you could
this
think of?
past this past week I had three raids, and all three raids, my OBS went out, my Wi-Fi
Mhm.
went out, and my Restream, and my Serato went out on
Oh
three
man.
different raids.
Wow.
Worst week ever. And
Yeah,
then you
that's
see that
crazy.
you got to opt into the program for the DJ program. I'm like thinking, do I got a black cloud over my head? Is there a bolt of lightning hitting me? I mean, what's going on? I'm serious. It was bad. It
Oh
was bad in
man.
here. I had to tell him the mod, hey, look, get in touch with the next DJ. Tell him to get ready because it's freezing up. It's this, it's that, blah 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 blah. So it's like, man, this was the worst week ever.
Oh,
Worst.
man. Have you had any funny moments that you could think of, like, on your show?
One
You
time
seem
I
like
was
a
in
funny
here.
guy.
One time I was in here playing, and my 4-year-old granddaughter, she loves to see. She'll come and say, "Pop, pop, are you about to stream?" I said, "Yeah." So
Aw.
she waited just as nice till I started streaming Honey Flow. I'm in here, got the music going, and all of a sudden I hear scratching. She done pulled the top. She done got to the deck, and she's scratching
Oh,
in the middle of
wow.
my. And she just turning the wheel and do. I had to run her off, man. I had to run her
Aw.
off.
And
But she
you didn't, like, you've never put her on camera,
Oh
eh? Well,
yes, I
she's
have.
young.
I've picked
Oh,
her
you
up
have?
and bring her up
Aw,
here and let her wave and
that's
she'll
cute.
speak and grin. I think she's gonna be the DJ in the family because her sister plays alto saxophone.
Hey, if you
So
wanna make money, okay, I'm gonna just tell you this, I'll give you a little hint. If you
kids and
wanna make
animals.
money, yes, bring your kids up there and force them to smile and do whatever.
Yes.
I'm telling
Kids
you, it's like
kids work because
that'll get you past the level
kids
4 hype
work.
train.
They sure will. Kids work. She comes in there and she starts grinning. Oh, look at the baby. And she's personable anyway. She's like her grandmama. She's personable. You put her up here, she's at home. She's at home. She wants to get up. She said, Pop, I need a chair so I can sit back there with you. So she's ready to do this. And it's probably going to be her taking over this stream. You're going to see me over there with a walker sitting in the corner somewhere at the old folks' home, and she's going to be doing this.
Yeah. Aw, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat, you guys. But have you ever secretly, like, fangirled anyone? I don't know if I should say fangirled or, like, where you're really like, "Oh my gosh, this person's show so amazing," or looked up
Um,
to anyone,
you know what?
like,
I,
inside, even if you're
I
cool.
can't I
You're kinda
can't
like, "Oh,
really
man."
It's not that I said if it really happened, I would say it. I mean, because family here, and they know how I am. But I would say no. But probably the closest to it, and I'm trying to think who was streaming at the time. I used to really get into DJ Just Queen. It used to be Just Queen. It's Queen Royale now. I used to really get into her stream because I liked her voice. And another one stream I really, really enjoy right now is Janice BR. She is such a vibe. Just the way she talks, the music she plays, that, that's I rate to her when I finish my sets on Tuesdays. I generally rate to her set whatever she's doing because she's such a vibe. I'm telling you. And another one was DJ Sunny Day out of Baltimore. That's
Oh
my
yeah,
girl.
she's amazing. She's
Oh
got
my
such
God,
a great
that's my
voice.
girl right there.
She's probably got the best like female voice I would say on Twitch. She's up
Yes.
there, like
Oh
with the
my
best
God.
female, like
If I was
very,
butter and
very
it was
nice
100
voices.
degrees, I'd be melted. She can talk to me all day long.
Okay, you better be careful with that. Wifey's still in the chat.
I'm
Wifey's still in
serious.
the chat.
She's got
Wifey's
she's
still
got a
in the chat.
she's got flair to her. She's got some real
No,
flair
she
for
does.
real.
She's got a really sexy voice. I was like,
Hey, help, hey,
dang.
put down that pan, baby. Hey, sweetie, sweetums. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
See
didn't
what I
mean it.
mean?
It was all
I
Honey Flow's fault.
I wanna know what really ticks off your wifey, if she's ever thrown anything at you. Now I'm curious.
She threw a
She
deck of
thrown it to you?
cards at me one time when I made her
Oh, did
mad.
she? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think I've
And other
thrown
than that,
something.
she'll
Not a
throw a fit.
skillet. I haven't thrown a
Okay,
skillet, but
B, I see her.
I've
Beef Daddy
thrown a
told me she's
lemon
still in
at
the room.
someone, a lemon wedge at someone when I was really
You
mad
threw a
at them
lemon at him.
in a
That mean
club.
you know what that means, Honey
Because he was
Flow?
cheating on me. I was so mad. I was, like, shaking, so I literally took the
You
lemon
know,
off of the cup, and I
Honey
went,
Flow.
"Bam!"
You know what
But I
that
ended
means,
up
don't you?
hitting this other guy, and he's like, "Oh, you I could tell you just wanted to talk to me tonight." I ended up hitting a random good-looking guy, and this was 20 years
But
ago,
you
guys.
know
I'm not
what?
crazy.
I tell you
20
what I'm gonna do. You
25
send me
years
your
ago.
address. I'm gonna send you a bushel of lemons.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do. I'm just like, "Oh, I'm so livid at him," especially when you find out someone lied to you. You're just like, "Oh," you know?
Yeah.
That's what in my 20s. I think I was 22 back
Oh
then.
Lord.
But it was
Young and
funny. I
in
took the
love.
lemon wedge and went bam
You
and
know
hit
what that
this
just
poor
means?
guy. I hit
The
this
guy
poor
was a
guy in the
lemon
face,
squeezer. That's what you was trying to tell us. He was a lemon squeezer.
and I
You
hit
were
him
done with
hard.
him.
And this poor guy was like, "Oh, I guess that means you were trying to talk to me or get my number all night." Because you know those 90s lines, right?
Yeah.
Men had the best lines back in the day.
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And I
I was
felt
like,
bad. I wonder where that man is. Call me
hey,
if you ever got
hey,
hit
if
by
you're
a
on here,
lemon
buddy,
wedge, give me a call.
give Honey Flo a call. She's got lemons to throw at you, baby.
Yeah.
Come on down.
I'm like, I should have gotten his number. What happened back then? I don't know. How
Oh
you
yeah.
doing, Jay Hef, as well? So you're saying she threw what, like a shoe or
She
something
threw
at you?
she threw a she threw a deck of cards at me one
Oh
time.
wow.
She threw a fit. She slapped me one time. I
Oh
mean,
wow.
but
Huh.
hey, it's all about love. That's
So this is
love.
why you're
Love
wearing the
hurts.
darker black glasses, like the Ray
Exactly.
Charles, like
Because
you're wearing
yeah,
them really,
because
really dark, so they
I mean,
can't see
I'm
you
telling you,
staring.
you may not see me stream for a few days after this. I might get busted up tonight. I don't know.
Or does it not really matter after 39 years? You're like, who cares looking at whoever at
Exactly.
Wendy's or in the store? You're just like, whatever.
And
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. See, you get it.
She's probably like, "Go ahead, look," you know,
She just
"I
yelled
got
at me.
mine
I'm
too."
through with you for the night, mister. I said, oh
Luscious
Lord. I'm
Luscious is like, "Tell her why." Ooh, I wanna hear this. I don't think
that's a
I asked
long
him too many
story.
DJ question. "Oh, we wanna hear it. It's okay, we got time. We got
No, we
time on the
don't.
Honey
Not
Flow
for this
show.
one.
I got my
Not for
tea."
this one.
No, 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 tell
You're
me.
gonna need some vodka
Tim
for this
Hortons.
one.
Tim Hortons, very Canadian right here.
You're
Um,
gonna need vodka for this.
okay,
That's
here,
gonna
let me
be
pour some vodka in the cup. There we
yeah.
go.
You're gonna need some vodka with it, and you might even have to roll up a joint. I mean, I don't know.
Jeez. I don't smoke anything. I'm good. Okay, listen, dude. Tell me what Lush, your wifey is saying. Tell her why. I think we all need to know why.
It was another chick that was trying to talk to me at the same time.
Oh shoot. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I
So she
would
didn't like
definitely.
that. She was mad at me, man. She was mad at me for real. That's why I
Oh
say,
yeah.
man, no relationship is perfect, honey Flo. But you know
Hmm.
what? You have to, you have to work through it because we end up
Mhm.
having to go into counseling and everything else. Seriously,
Mhm.
but it helped us. I think it helped us, and it took a while. You know what I'm saying? It takes a long time to get over that.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So yeah,
See, that's
she
why
was.
you should tell your wife it's not a bad idea you're streaming, because 'cause you're in the house, you're not going out anywhere, you're
You
stuck
know who
there,
told her that?
and you
Nikki
only he's
Stu
on
told her that.
exactly, it's true. I mean, she could go under a different ID. She could put DJ Honeyflow 2 in the chat and pretend, go under my ID,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
no
hey,
one she's probably under a different ID, you don't know. The only thing no one has anything to worry, but, like,
well, now see,
you could see the
like
chat, but
I
you're
tell
at
you what,
home. You're at
I
home, you're not
remember one time, man, I was working on a job site and we was hanging out, and I was up on this roof, and one of my partners was like, "Hey, man, ain't that your girl down there?" And
uh-oh.
my wife was standing down there, and she was
Oh.
talking to this dude.
Oh,
But
shoot.
the trip part about it, we weren't married. We were dating then. But
Oh.
she was down there talking to the dude, and she had on her famous Daisy Duke shorts. You know,
Oh. Your
so
wife's
I
got some
just
Daisy Dukes?
she
Ooh,
used to wear that. Oh man,
that's
that's man.
spicy.
My wife,
I
them
gotta get me
legs is
some
what
Daisy Dukes.
attracted me. You hear me? Them legs is what attracted me.
Oh,
They,
okay.
oh my God. So she was
Neat.
standing down there, and I just came up there and looked up, and then she looked up the building because you women are very smart, and you got eyes in the back of your head.
Oh,
So
yeah.
all of a sudden, she knew somebody looking at me, and it ain't this guy standing here talking to me. It was me about a half a block away on a rooftop looking at her. And she
That's
said,
so
"Look, I gotta
funny.
go." And she went back up in the building. See, so we
That's
all
so
be slick.
funny.
We
Yeah.
all be slick, yo.
I think it's more slick, people are more slicker in Virginia. I feel like you guys are all smooth
Nah,
out there,
nah,
man.
nah,
You
nah.
guys all are
It
out
ain't
there
got
in the
nothing to do with
South.
Virginia.
It's the
It's all
Southern
across this
charm.
world.
No way, it's the Southern charm, man.
You
That
think that's what
that
it is?
I think it's a Southern charm, the
Okay.
snakeskin shoes, the sweetened tea,
Hey,
the men saying ma'am, miss, and lady to you. Whew, man,
well,
have a girl in Toronto
it's
like this. So
just,
yeah,
honey
that's what
Flo,
you
I need
guys
you to
do.
calm down. I
You
need
guys
you to
are
calm
you
down, honey
guys are
Flo.
charmers. You guys are charmers in Virginia. All of you guys.
We need you to settle down, honey Flo. I saw you fanning yourself, but
Not you,
this
not you. I'm saying in
I'm saying
general,
you need to
Virginia.
calm down though. Get back to the interview, young lady.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get back to the interview. I'm thinking about like Virginia,
Woo.
anyways. But I don't like. I won't end up back there. Trust me, it'd take a lot for me to
You
go
should
back there.
never say never.
Yeah,
Virginia's nice.
pretty
Go to the
sure.
mountains next time.
I'll never go to that beach again. Anyways, DJ Ham says she felt her eyes burning in the back of her head.
Yeah,
If you guys have any questions, DJ questions, I know we went really off today, but this was a
yeah.
fun. It was a great conversation with you too.
I
Um,
I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I tell you what, I did. I had a good time. I appreciate everybody checking in. The crew, Mad Max, Beak, Faith, Evange, Luscious. I love you, honey.
El Boogie.
L
Yeah,
Boogie.
you better say
You
that.
know what I'm
Better say
saying?
that to her. Yeah, she's got a
Uh
lot of
oh.
cooking ware in the
Uh
kitchen.
oh. Uh oh. Oh, I saw her give me
Oh,
the
that's
look.
cute. She says, "I love you too."
All
Aw,
right.
that's
Thank you,
cute.
baby.
That's
All
sweet.
right. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I'll too. Aw,
Yeah.
sweet.
Hey. Yeah, it's better than being in aisle 5 as a kid getting your butt whipped. I tell you
Yeah,
that.
that's very, very true. So
Yeah.
if you had, like, anything on your bucket list to do DJing, like, what would that like, don't think of money and all this other stuff. If you had anything in the world that you could do, what would that look like to you?
It wouldn't be DJing. It would be
Hmm,
being a meteorologist or a weatherman.
really?
I have a
Really?
fascination with weather, and I've had it all my life. From the time I was a kid till now. I'll sit here and
Hmm,
I'll watch the Weather Channel. I can tell you when a tropical wave is gonna. If I look at it on the satellite imagery, I can tell you almost when it's going to form. I can. I used to be pretty good at predicting snowfalls in this area. I mean,
mhm.
I am a weather buff. So if I had anything to do, it would not have anything to do with DJing. It would be to fly into a hurricane.
Oh, wow, really? That's
Yep.
interesting. That's interesting. Well, you could always, do it on Instagram, like,
Well, I
do,
got my
like,
green screen
mini
here. The kids
yeah,
was
you
joking
should
and say,
do
"Hey,
it.
Dad, you should put the weather map behind you and do the forecast."
You should
So,
totally do it. You
yeah,
should do it.
we might do something crazy like that on another platform, maybe perhaps. But yeah, that's honestly that's always been a real thing to me. When I was growing up, I thought I was going to be a meteorologist. I did,
Hmm.
but things just went different. I just didn't do it. But if hindsight was 2020 and I could go back in a time machine, I would do that. I would pursue that because I have a fascination with weather.
Yeah, well, it's never too late, like, never
No,
too
that's
late
true.
for
That's true.
anything, that's for sure, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, do you guys have any questions? I don't really see. Let me know. Drop them in the chat. I'm still waiting for some of your questions if you guys do have them. Do you have anything, say, on your life bucket list that you would want to do? Like, say, if you only had 6 months to live, like what would that look like to you? Like, say, even with your family, or
Um,
if you had
if
that
I had,
time.
wow, that's interesting.
It's a
I
deep
never really. That's very
question.
deep. That's very deep. I never really thought about it. But my wife always wanted to go to Vegas, so I probably would try to take her to Vegas because I would want to do something that she would remember, and that would have been important to her. It's more about it being important to her, something that she wants to do. Because I like to please her. I really do. I feel bad when I feel like I haven't reached a certain expectation for her, or I haven't done. That's why I said when she called me a sucky date that time, that thing hurt me in my heart because I was like, yo, I want her to see the good in me. Because when I was coming up, I was ridiculed, I was picked
Mhm.
on, I was this,
Hmm.
I was that. I
Really?
was so
Huh.
quiet that they put me in a speech class because they thought I didn't talk, but I just was just to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So yeah, Kalik, I see my man in the house, Kalik in the house, and it was just, I want, if I was going to do something for my last 6 months, I'd want it to be something that we both want to do, and she wants to go to Vegas, so that's what I would do. I
Oh,
would take her to
I'd love
Vegas.
that. That's awesome. Well, it's still achievable. It's not like
Yes,
it
oh,
isn't
I know.
achievable, right, to
Hmm.
do. So
Yeah,
you never know. And that's why I like asking that question, because sometimes we're always thinking about, okay, we got to work at this. We got to do this. It's like we let life pass us, that when you ask that question to people, it's like it gets them thinking, and then it
yeah.
makes them think that maybe that is actually achievable. You don't have to
Hmm.
wait 20 years to make it happen, right? You could
Exactly. Yeah.
try to find something to do it. What would you guys do if you guys had 6 months, to live? What would you do with the remainder of your time? I know El Boogie says to get on an airplane, which most people say is travel.
Yeah. See, I've never
Um,
been on a plane myself, Boogie, so I know what you're saying.
yeah. Oh wow. So it's Fab Forte says, I'm buying land for my girls to run around in even
Beautiful.
after I'm gone. Aw,
Yeah,
that's
that's
very
beautiful.
sweet. Wow. Can you buy land for a honey flow too? Toronto prices are pretty high out here.
Right.
I'm
They
saying,
high here in the States too,
we can
trust
make
me.
something happen. It's Fab Four. Let me know if you're buying your girls land. I mean, just let me know.
And I'm gonna tell
Let's
you,
see. Oh, that's a great one. Luscious says we can do
Alaskan
an
cruise.
Alaskan cruise.
That's another one. That's
I
great.
heard it's beautiful. You guys, have you guys ever seen the Alaskan cruises?
Yeah,
Like,
we had
I heard it's beautiful.
my brother's lady friend went on an Alaskan cruise, and man, when she sent back those pictures, it was gorgeous,
Yeah,
yo.
I heard well, that's what my brother said. He's gone on it like 4 times, but he said, like, everywhere you look, it's pure mountains, and you see the
Yes.
whales, like, everywhere you look. So, I
Yeah.
would like to try an Alaskan cruise myself. Wow.
Yeah, that would be
Have you
great.
guys done any cruising at all?
Yeah, we did a cruise a few years back. Matter of fact, we're planning a family cruise for 2025 in February for my wife's birthday.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So it's gonna be most of the kids. Most of the kids are going. I think my two sons are not going, but my daughters are going, and my
Oh,
wife and
okay.
myself. So yeah, but we're going on that a cruise in February. I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, Callie says, Switzerland for sure with his wife. That's amazing. Um, oh, Holland, America, DJ Ham says, yeah, that's amazing as well too. Yeah, that sounds really, really good. Those, definitely doing that as well. So is there any, before we wrap up too, is there any like advice you would give to someone that actually wants to start streaming now? like may feel like, ah, it's a little too late now, 4 years
The-
later? Like, what would you
hmm.
give advice
Well,
to someone?
for me, the one advice I would say, which is the advice that everybody that I've talked to, is make sure if you're going to do it, make sure you stay true to yourself. Don't get wrapped up in the numbers game. Don't
Hmm.
get wrapped up in the subs and the bits. Just do it because it brings you joy. And if you do that, then your stream is going to be successful no matter who's in there or how many is in there or who checks you out and when they check you out. Just stay focused on your enjoyment. That's the one thing I would say. You know what I'm saying? Because that the one thing that I lost for a great period of time where I found myself ranting and raving and mad and ready to cuss people out and get out of my character
Hmm.
because I lost focus on the fact that I'm supposed to be enjoying myself.
For sure, 100%. And to know, like, whether you're a small or big streamer, like, everyone's been there, right? Everyone has
Hmm.
felt like giving up. I've interviewed so many big streamers on here, small, medium size, like a mix of people, and
Yeah.
everyone has I've noticed a common denominator with everyone or in every country that I've interviewed. They've all said that at some point they felt like giving up or they're frustrated or
Hmm.
maybe jumped into the numbers game. It can become that way because
That
that
sucks.
your worth, I feel like, is validated in social media so much on a measly number or check mark. But you
Hmm.
have to keep reminding yourself like your worth isn't just based on that or whether you do a good show or not, right?
Yeah, that's
So,
true. And that's
mhm,
very true. I mean, because like I said, my favorite stream is my gospel stream. And a lot of
mhm,
people, and there is a great gospel following on Twitch. That's the thing about it,
mhm,
man. You can find some great gospel DJs and streamers out there. But for me, yeah, it's just stay true to yourself. Don't get lost in all the hype. You know what I'm saying? Because
mhm.
it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for you. Not based on my experience. You know what I'm saying? I am really comfortable with myself, and I feel positive that when I put my product out there, people enjoy it, and that's all I care about.
For
That's it.
sure, and for someone that's like, "Oh, I don't know about talking," like, you're really, really good at and I know I've said it to a few guys like D-Force, but even yourself, I feel like you're very good at holding a conversation, like, have you thought also about doing, like, maybe more talk? You should
Yes,
really think about that.
I actually have, and I think, to be honest, if I'm not here and I go to the other platforms, that I may be doing that either on my Facebook or on my Instagram or something like that. I'm going to do it. Plus, my son is getting ready to. My youngest son is getting ready to do a sports podcast,
Oh,
and
nice.
my oldest boy, he's very I mean, if you get him on a microphone and we're talking and we're chatting it up like this, you'll love him. He lights up a room. Both of them,
Mhm.
they will light up a room. And I actually thought about doing something with them, man. And we could do like if he does his sports thing, I may do something a spinoff on it with my other son, and we kick back and do some things and kind of knock it back and forth, but make it more like a family affair. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what I'm thinking, and that may be our future. To be honest with you.
Yeah, you should definitely do that because I haven't seen like a Sons or like a I've seen some family
Mhm.
shows, but I think that would be such a great dynamic.
Look,
Plus
let me
you're
tell you,
hilarious too. I think you guys could
you'll be
spice it up.
crying. Y'all would be crying if I get all of them on this screen with me in a stream because they're funny. They're
Yeah.
naturally funny, and they just be cutting up, and and
Yeah,
they're
you guys
they're
should
they're
do it.
electric. So I
'Cause
mean,
they
we
don't have shows like that right now that
mm-mm,
I see.
they don't.
They have some, guy shows, but I
But
think the men too, like, Mad Live was doing the Brothers Keeper show, which was dope. I don't know
right,
if he's still doing it, but, like,
you
I feel
you
like you
know
have the same personality, fun
You
personality.
a streamer I used to check out all the time was Uncut Dope. It's a young lady that was up
Oh,
here, and she used to do she was doing a stream where she was writing a story like a almost like a soap opera, and she would
Mhm.
read the stuff to you. And I used to love that stream. Matter of fact, Easy Mac used to be one of her mods, and
Wow.
she was so dope. And I haven't seen her. She had I think a death in the family, and then she kind of backed away, and then she just
Mhm.
disappeared off the platform. But I used to love to listen to her stream for that very reason, because you could just you could just gravitate to her, because she just had that kind of voice, and she was funny. You know what I'm saying? She was
Mhm.
just. But you're right. I mean, that might be something I might have to look at for my future. I don't know.
Yeah, you
We'll
should,
see.
because no one else is doing it that I see on Twitch.
Yeah.
I think you'd be really good at it. Like, you definitely have that gift. So it's interesting when you're like, "Oh, I kinda stay to myself." Like, I don't see that at all. I'm like, "Okay, you need to get out and start speaking,"
Right.
Like
It's easier to be cool when you're on the camera, because
Mhm,
nobody's really in your presence, if you get my drift.
mhm.
You see, it's
Everybody's
almost like
watching.
being like
They're
Clark
watching.
Kent and Superman. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
true.
When
That's
I'm
true.
behind the controller on the microphone, I'm a different person than if I'm off this controller and off this microphone.
But it's
It's
way
like,
more intimate here than
yeah,
if
I
you were to
know,
go out and
but
do a
I can,
DJ gig,
but
right?
yeah, but I mean, once I get back here, I'm at home.
So do you feel more comfortable? Like, it's interesting because most guys, like I just DJ, I can't remember if it was Funklore that said it when I was
Mhm.
interviewing them, they feel more like kind of more insecure in front of the camera here because it's more intimate on Twitch compared to
When I
doing a
first started,
10,000 audience, like DJing out there,
when I first started, yes, I feel something like when I did the gig for that 50th birthday, I felt almost uncomfortable out there, because I had
Hmm.
become so accustomed to being
To
in the
hear?
into this platform right here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let me ask the question: how many people out here actually broadcast to X?
Like to X?
Hmm. To the X to X. Do you send any? Do you do any broadcasting to X at all?
Hmm.
Because I
Yeah, drop.
do.
Okay.
And the thing about it, it reminds me a lot of the way Periscope used to be. That's what I was about to say.
Oh,
It
that's
reminds
former
me of a
Twitter.
lot. Yeah, it's formerly Twitter. Right.
Actually, some of them do. I didn't know that actually. I can't because
Yeah,
I don't use Twitter. Isn't don't some people even stream to Discord or
I think
yeah,
so.
or
I think
Twitter?
they do, because like I say, I broadcast to that, and also to the green side too.
What
And
about Mixcloud? Oh no, you have to
I
pay
have
for
not
that.
done Mixcloud, but I've actually been thinking about it. I've
I know some
actually,
people like Inch High, she's killing it. She has like hundreds of people in her chat
yeah.
compared to Twitch. So she left
Hmm.
Twitch. Maybe because Twitch, I don't know the reasons, but anyways, she went to Mixcloud and doing very, very well there.
Yeah.
She's from the UK.
Hmm.
So, but I do like the emotes. I like the community. I feel like the chat's easier to read here than
Yeah.
on TikTok. I do
Yeah.
TikTok
TikTok
sometimes.
is, oh my God.
But TikTok is mainly shout outs. Everyone's like boom, 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 and
Yeah,
everyone wants to
TikTok
do
is, it's so
the
much
live
going on
thing
on
with you.
TikTok, man. It drives me insane trying to
But
mess
I
with
don't
it. But
mind because you don't have to story well, you could just I could just be quiet, give shout outs, and that's
hmm,
it, and just practice mixing on TikTok, so I don't mind it, you
right,
know? And there's a lot that can happen, like, one night, I think I had, like, 5,000 people come in, it was insane, I don't know where it came from, but
right.
I think another, Fab Forte mentioned that the algorithms are better, like, on
Hmm.
different apps like TikTok, and
Yeah,
you can have one
they're way
lucky night,
better.
and it's just like spiraling like crazy, right?
Yeah, it's way better.
Um, but then I feel like, I don't know, when you share stories, you get, like, a lot of serial killers and crazies after you too. So,
That's
like,
true.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna say people are
yeah,
thirsty, but maybe,
yeah,
when I share my IL-2 stuff, I feel more comfortable here. I feel like there's, like, you need, like, major security, like, when you go on TikTok. Like, I feel like it's like
yeah.
the wild, wild west. It's kinda like I heard the Green app was like that too. It was a
The
bit
green
like
app can
the wild,
be, I
wild
don't know,
west,
like for me,
which
it's
I'm
for
not
me
about.
being on the green app is like, just, it's very calm, because I haven't grown. I don't have a whole lot going on over there. So
Mhm.
it's to me, it's a great place for me to go to just mess around and play with my stuff, and make sure that I'm blending like I want to blend, or find some songs. I like it. And I'm gonna tell you what, I like the sound quality when I play it back. It
Mhm.
sounds better sometimes.
So do you still feel, "Hey, DJ, I am, how you doing?" I saw your wifey on stage at the Queens of R&B concert, by the way. Uh, for all you guys that don't know, his wifey is Tiny or ex-wife because I always think he looks like Ti. I always bug him. He reminds
Mhm.
me so much of Ti,
That's my
right?
guy
So
right there. I am
I'm
one in
just
that
messing
master
with him.
suite
I don't
over
want to
there.
start any rumors, but I was like, oh my gosh, every time I see DJ I am, he just reminds me so much of something about him reminds me of Ti. So
That's my guy right there, DJ I am one. Be
so I
over there
saw
hanging out in the
Tiny,
master suite, boy. I'm gonna tell you. You
Tiny
get some
from
real
Escape.
flavor over there.
Yeah, he definitely's got flavor, all right,
Yeah, he
for
got some
sure.
flavor over there,
I
man.
feel
What?
like if he's married or in a relationship, which I think he is, I feel like he's had the frying pan thrown at him far more than you have. I
No, not
feel
that fine
like
gentleman.
the
Not that
skillet.
fine gentleman right there. No, no,
Yes,
no, honey bun.
he's
No.
got the swagger,
You're
man.
you're all wrong. You're all wrong, honey
He's
bun.
definitely smooth. I feel like
He
whoever
is. He-
his girl woman is, she's definitely thrown a skillet at him for
yeah,
sure,
that
maybe a
guy.
ladder.
Yeah, that guy is smooth. He's smooth as a baby's backside. I'm telling you, man. He is so enough smooth.
Yeah,
I like his
exactly.
stream. I get over there and have a good time when I hang out in the master suite.
Yeah, for oh yeah, that's it. What is it? The Shankla? Yeah, exactly. He's probably got one of those thrown at him too. Shoes, everything. I can see that because he's just too smooth for sure.
That is that's for real. That's for real right there. I'm gonna
Oh
tell you
man.
what. I thank you for this opportunity and for you bringing me on here. I really appreciated this.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I know we're 20 something minutes over.
Yeah, I was
Just
about to
want to
say.
thank yeah, we'll probably head out, but I was going to see, I don't know if you could see who's online, but if there's anyone you wanted to raid too, I can leave it up to you. If you
I
can't
tell you
see,
what.
that's okay.
I would just leave that up to your discretion because my lady, this is your show, and I am just a guest.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, but I always give
So
my
you
guests tell
can
my guests to,
now
but if
you
you
can
can't
raid to
see, it's
anybody you
okay.
want because you know what I'm getting ready to raid to the kitchen for a snack.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Oh, is Liddell a DJ on? Okay, let the great suggestion.
Yeah,
Space Jam interviewed him ages ago. He's a great guy.
yeah,
You haven't
Liddell
met
too.
Liddell yet, right? I think you said you haven't,
Yeah,
right?
I've talked to him, but I've never really met him.
You
There's a
guys
lot of
gotta
people up
meet.
here I've never met.
Yeah,
Eventually I'll get around to it. You
because you're
know.
so close, and he's such a great guy too.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? He just rated out. It says last live. He's not on anymore.
Oh, man.
Okay, let me know, guys. I'm gonna just try to look here quickly. Do you want to do any shout outs to anyone in the chat while I'm looking?
Hey, listen, I just wanted to shout out my team because without them, there is no me. And that's the truth. I thank L Boogie, Evange T, Hey Faith, Brown Sugar, my lovely wife Luscious, Slim Steez, Shep Sharut, Nikki Stew, Beak Stew, Khalid Bryant, Madam X. That's the squad right there. That's Team Scribble.
All right, and they definitely showed up for you tonight. Your whole tribe
Yeah, man.
definitely,
I
showed up
love
for
them,
you.
man. I told them, I said, man, if don't nobody come in there, y'all come in there.
Yeah, you
That's
guys
you know what I'm
definitely
saying.
all did.
So
My some of my tribe went MIA, but thanks because I think I did 3 hours earlier to promote you, and,
hmm
maybe doing 2 shows in 1 day isn't
sometimes that's a little
the
much.
greatest. Yeah,
You know
because
what I'm
then
saying?
maybe they don't come back, I don't know, but
Hmm.
I appreciate the ones that have come. Okay, so I'm just trying to see here quickly. Oh my gosh, there's so many people on tonight. It's like I'm scrolling through a long scroll. Let's see. I'm trying to see who we can get. Do you guys have any ideas as well? Anyone you'd like to
Let's
go
see.
to?
Let
Let's see
me
here.
see. I'm trying to think
Uh,
of somebody.
yeah, I'm trying to.
Uh,
There's so I can't believe how many people are on
yeah,
tonight. It's
that's another
crazy.
thing, man. Every
So
night you just
many.
it's like the pick of the it's like um 80 MC is okay. He's pretty lively. Um, DJ Classic.
Let's see here, guys. Just trying to look here quickly. I've rated. I mean, I always rate Father Damien. He's always got a full house too. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to support someone that maybe doesn't have that high. You know what? I haven't gone to. I don't know if I've gone to. Okay, let's do that suggestion. El Boogie. I like her select. I like
Isolation
her.
Station. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Check them out
I
because
don't
that's
even
a
know
that's
if
a
I've rated him or not.
yeah that's a cool brother right there too.
Okay, so let's
So
check
yeah,
him
we
out,
can
you
do that.
guys.
Thanks, L.
And
I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, El Boogie, for letting us know because there's
Hey, I
just
thank all of y'all for tapping in and checking me out, man. That meant a lot, man. Made my heart full, okay? I got
yeah, so
love for y'all. And look,
def
before I go, like I always say, I need you to stay blessed. Don't stress the mess. Leave the Jesus Christ to pass the test. Your boy Scribs is out.
so true. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate thank you so much for sticking around this long, grab something to eat,
Hey, my
and,
pleasure.
just being open and sharing. I really did appreciate it. It was more of a conversation tonight,
Yeah, and
and
that's the
I
way I
appreciate that.
wanted it. To be honest,
Yeah.
that's the way I wanted it. Because I kept telling everybody, I said, she gonna find 2 hours of stuff to talk to me
Of
about.
course. See, look at we're already 2.5 hours, and I could still chop it up another 2 hours with you easily.
Well, you hit
And
me up anytime, all right?
yeah, I knew it would be I knew you'd be fine. I knew you'd be good. You know, people
Hey,
always wonder on my show. They're like, "What are we going to talk about for like 2 hours?" And then,
I sat at work all day, thought about it. I said, man, what the heck are we gonna talk
oh
about?
no, there's
I
always
said,
lots
man.
to talk about.
I said, but
I l-
whenever you go to her room and she's chatting with people, I said, she gets 2 hours out of somebody real easy. I said, but you know what that is? Because you're personable. You're
I
easy to talk to.
appreciate that.
So it works. It works, yo. Now, see, you've got your niche. You've got your game. So we'll be over here checking you out on this platform, even if I'm not here.
Aw. Well, next time I'll have you on, I'll try to make you cry. Like I'll go Barbara Walters on you. Now that I know
Oh
how
no.
open you are,
Please
I'm
don't,
gonna go
please don't let
real
me
Barbara
cry.
Walters on you.
Yeah, look, they
I've
may
been
not ever
known
come
for
back to
that.
my stream. That's an
I've been
ugly
known.
guy
I went
crying, yo.
easy on you. I went easy on you today because I'm like, oh, he doesn't know me too well. I want to make him comfortable. But I have been known to Barbara Walters quite a few people on here,
Well,
guys. That's why
see,
some don't
okay,
come on my show. They're scared of
that's
me.
why you'll see me do like this. Get out of the screen.
Oh man. But we love it. We love it. We love the guys being open as well. So
All
thank you
right.
guys for joining me. Appreciate you. I know he's got to go too. Make sure you
Take
stick
care.
around for the raid. Copy the raid message right here, you guys. Bless everyone as well. Thank you guys for coming through. We appreciate you all and supporting. Make sure you guys add him as well to DJ Scribble, the one and
Thanks a
only
lot,
from
guys. Thanks.
Virginia.
Yeah,
You
VA
know.
love, baby. VA love.
All right. I think it definitely went through. I'm gonna try to raid again because sometimes it gets missed. All right. Thank you so much. I know you
All
got to
right.
get
Take care,
going.
honey Flo. You
All
take care
right.
of yourself.
Stay blessed too.
All
All
right. You
right.
too. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. All right, guys. I think we have raided. I'm going to try one more time. For all you guys that missed the raid, we're going to isolation. Is it state or stat? Yeah. I think I got that right. I don't know, one of them. So I'm going to raid out one more time. Thank you guys for joining me. It was really great sitting down with him. He's a really awesome guy. Make sure you guys are adding DJ Scribble. Check out his show, support him. He's a really great person inside out. And it was just a really nice conversation with him today. So I will see you on these Twitch streets soon as well. All right.